chrome blades.
It's a beef for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy, for your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy, fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, drop it for your wah 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 for your wah 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 wah. Lift it up.
Hello. Good morning. How y'all doing? Girl, another piece of my iPad came. Another little piece of my iPad fell off when I opened it. We still outside though. Told y'all it still work. Told y'all it still work. Stop acting crazy. We still outside. This iPad, I've been having this iPad since about 2020. And it's been through a lot, but it's still here. Happy Educational Friday. And shout out to everybody in the building. Let's come on in, okay? We got a few things to discuss. Girl, it's been things going on. People asking for acquittals, people getting out of jail, people showing us old evidence, but that was new, but really it was old. It's a lot going on. Ocho done caught a stray messing with Shannon. See, I told y'all the clear people is thinking about that big old collard green cornbread eating dude. And I told you they was going to try to take him for everything he had. I told you. So now another woman done came out and sued Ocho and Shannon. So Ocho catching a stray. You feel what I'm saying? Girl, it's just things going on crazy. I'm pretty, and Ocho is very, very, very frugal. So I'm pretty positive he like OMG. Like, and I'm telling you now, you're not about to tell me, I'm sorry, y'all. You're not about to tell me that this little thing right here with Ocho catching this straight with this lady, you're not about to tell me that this is random. I told y'all the world is a stage. Poor Ocho. You know what? It probably was a curse. When OG said, Ochocinco wanted me. I don't know. We gotta see. Gilbert Arenas said something that kind of talked about it kind of reminded me of what my daddy said that we talked about yesterday. I want to bring that up. African boycott day one. Day one. Today is August the 1st. We are on the African boycott day one. I hope you guys are ready. All you have to do is just close your pocketbook. It ain't gonna cost you no money, no time, no effort or nothing, Lord. Just close your pocketbook. So we got that, and who else? I said Diddy trying to get acquittal, and Tory Lanez talking about trial stuff. Oh, and something very important, something very, very, very important that we need to talk about. So Trump signed this new bill for colleges that telling them that they can't recruit in minorities, right? Into minority areas, right? And we're going to talk about why that is a huge win for foundational Black America, or who else we is, Indians, who else we is, Hebrew Israelites, who else we is, just niggas, who else we be, you know, all the people we be, we Nation of Islam, we 5%ers, what else we is, Moors, all of us, all of y'all, all the indigenous, aboriginal, all of us, all freedmen, all of us, all of yous and uses. This is amazing for us, okay? This is monumental for Black America, and we just don't know it. But this is why I'm here. I told y'all I'm here to I'm passing through to pass a message. That's all. I'm passing through to pass a message. So y'all get in here and get the likes up on the video. And we got a few things to discuss. Now, let me say this too. Also, when the neighborhood talk in the shade room posted it. They posted it like it was just a horrible thing. Oh my God, this is so bad for Black America. And I'm going to dig into what's been going on behind our backs for all those of us who went to college or have children who go to college or have gone to college or plan to go to college. This is information that you need to know because they've been backdooring us like a mug. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Shout out the Top Cats. But no. They've been backdooring Black America like a mug. Do you hear me? And guess what? Cass said all lies will be exposed, right? Didn't he say it? I know what he said. I was there when I was there when he said it. But we're gonna get into it. Y'all, when we start pulling this, listen, we are in the age of information. All lies being exposed. When we start pulling the blankets and pulling the sheets, pulling these sheets back on some of this stuff, I'm telling you, it is going to blow your minds, okay? It is going to blow your minds, but this is what needs to happen. It's happening when it's supposed to happen. I told y'all the earth is repairing itself. We have to do our part, okay? So shout out to us. Let's see. Hold on. Wait a minute before I go here, because I something. First of all, no, I'm gonna do it on the video. Because I wanted to show y'all something, but I want to make a video. But there was this African woman who was from South Africa. She came in and on a live that I was watching, and she basically confirmed a lot of what we've been saying. You know, a lot of the things that the others won't talk about, okay? But anyways, I want to start right here. Remember I told y'all yesterday that me and my daddy was talking? And my daddy was saying, he said a lot. My daddy dropped a lot of gems. Not yesterday, day before yesterday. Or was it yesterday? I can't remember. But me and my daddy was talking. My daddy's 72 years old. I told y'all my bloodline on my daddy's side goes back all the way. So far, we've gotten all the way back to the Seminole Wars. So we in the 1800s. I haven't sat down to do his genealogy. Right now, the genealogy I have on my daddy's side of the family is more oral. But my daddy is 72. So I got like a clear, like I'm connected right there. And this is another thing. I need everybody out here to do their genealogy, okay? Please do your genealogy. Please, it is the only key to understanding who you are. Genealogy is only a family tree. That's all it is. It's just a family tree. Instead of the branches going outwards, meaning instead of you naming your sisters and brothers, you going upward. You want to know who your mama is, who her mama is, who her mama is, who her mama is, and so on and so forth, okay? I promise you, it is so fulfilling. It could seem like it could be a lot depending on what you're going on, but listen, it's like uncovering a treasure chest. I promise you. You will be surprised. So I support everybody and I push everybody. Do your genealogy. We're trying to delineate, okay? Asia says, Voodoo is my baby's 8th birthday today. She sings your intro, outro every darn time. Her name is what's her name? Gianna Naomi. Okay, she love a shout out. Love you much. Gianna Naomi, get me up here. To Gianna Naomi, happy birthday, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing 8th birthday. And I know that you have so much more to do. And I bet you're going to have an amazing time this weekend. And I'm so grateful for you and your mommy and your support. So happy birthday to the beautiful Gianni Naomi. Happy beautiful. I say happy beautiful. Happy birthday, beautiful. And thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your day. Mama, make sure she have a good weekend, okay? And her day today. Today, Friday, we rolling all weekend, okay? Asia, make sure we roll all weekend for my niece, okay? Please and thank you. Happy birthday, beautiful. Happy birthday. But where was I going? Oh, yeah. So my daddy was talking to me, and he was telling me about some things that he see on the horizon. And my dad is 72 years old, right? Oh, that's okay, Asia. My dad is 72 years old, right? And I'm knowing, and when I'm learning about my genealogy, is that we have deeper roots to this land than anywhere, right? Even if we are to go with the out of Africa theory, even if we are to go with that, still FBA have its roots implanted right here in this land. And not only is those roots implanted in this land, they've been implanted in this land for thousands and thousands of years. We are indigenous. Melanated people are indigenous everywhere. Okay? So, regardless of anything, you and your family roots are on this land. Under your feet right now where you sit is the motherland, okay? I didn't say it. Well, technically I did say it. Yeah, I said it. Sitting right here, you are sitting under the motherland. Under your feet is the motherland. Make sure your feet touch the soil. Make sure your crown touches the sun, especially this morning. It was a great sun today. I went out and went running. You guys, please get outside more. The sun feeds us like it feeds the grass, like it feeds the doggone trees, like it feeds everything else living. We are sun people. Please get outside in the sun. Stop staying inside. Go sit outside on the porch or something. Put your feet on the soil, okay? And that's in order. But anyway, my daddy was saying that one of the things he was saying was that they're trying to get rid of the millionaire class, right? And he was saying that because he says they're trying to, and I'm paraphrasing, so please don't quote me. But what he was saying was, my daddy was saying that they're trying to create it to where it's either you're rich or you're poor, okay? It's no in between. It ain't no because right now the buffer class between the billionaire right now and the poor person is what? The millionaire. And right now, any and everybody is a millionaire. Too many people got too much money. Money comes with power or some level of it. So my dad's theory is, my daddy said they getting rid of a lot of your millionaires. He said, and it ain't just the black ones. He said the black ones are the ones you see on TV. But he said they getting rid of a lot of millionaires. Now, but he said they're doing it so that they can have a clear distinction from rich to poor. And that creates what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Control. Do you know what that creates? Do you know what it creates if you're either a billionaire, or you're poor? You've all seen it before. You've all seen this before. Every single person in this chat has seen what it looks like when two sets of people exist at the same time, and one is super rich and one is super poor. Most of us grew up on watching it. Do you want to know what that is? I'll give you a great example, and I love to use down-to-earth examples. I'll give you a great example. The Flintstones and the Jetsons. The Flintstones and the Jetsons, okay? Now, what's the difference between the Flintstones and the Jetsons? Well, first and foremost, I was a grown woman. First of all, I never watched cartoons, but I was a grown woman when I realized those two shows happened at the same time. Okay? They were in the same time era. Now, I didn't watch the cartoon, so I missed that growing up. But my brothers and them used to watch it. Cool, you know what I'm saying? But it was all happening at the same time. Yes, the Jetsons were living high with robots, and they had the, high off the sky, and everybody's rich, and down on the bottom were the poor Flintstones. They got the same stuff, but they don't have the same material. So like, instead of having a record player, he had the little bird that put the little beak on the thing, and then the record starts spinning. Remember that? Or instead of having a telephone, he had the little ostrich or whatever what that was, and he picked that up and he was able to talk on the phone. Either way, if you really peel back the layers, the Flintstones and the Jetsons were two different class of people in the same time, but yet and still the worlds were completely different. See, we thought one was happening in the Stone Age and one was happening in the future. Those two things were happening at the same time. Now, if they create this thing, then what happens is kind of like that. The Flintstones will become the poor. We be like the Flintstones, and then the billionaires or the very rich will be like, you get it? They will be like the Jetsons. Okay. Now, Gilbert Arenas said, mind you, he just got arrested for allegedly gambling, creating a gambling ring. Gilbert Arenas said that, first of all, he find it funny that right after he asked for an increase on his salary. I don't know what the contract was for, but I think it was like 30 or 40 million. He was like, right after that, I got arrested. And he's laughing at this stuff, but you can tell he is scared. I don't care what Gilbert Arenas get on here and say to y'all, that nigga scared. And he should be, okay? But it was just something in the way that he said it, like, bro, like they really just waited until, you know, I'm asking for an extra 30 mil, and then now all of a sudden I'm going to jail. And they trying to say that it was the Arab, not the Arab, the Israeli mob boss who snitched on him, all types of stuff. But there's a coalition, or there's something there that tells me that everywhere we turn around, all these millionaires getting taken down. And when my daddy said what he said and talking about taking out that buffer class, and we're watching it in real time, I'm like, wow, it's starting to make sense. So when I'm watching Gil react to this stuff, talking about, oh, I just got a request for, I just requested an extra 30 million, and now I'm caught up in this, they gonna take all Gil money. You got to know that. Anybody who in trouble today, they will probably pray for jail. See, y'all not understanding what's going on in today's society. In today's society with these celebrities, it's not about jail, and it's never about justice. Jail and justice are the furthest thing from the truth in this society. Nobody cares about jail or justice. Everybody cares about that satisfying feeling of feeling like you did something to bring somebody down. Okay? That's it. So with that being said, you're gonna start seeing a lot of these celebrities get in trouble, and you're gonna want them to go to jail for jail for life. You're gonna want them to do all types of stuff, and it's not gonna happen. What you're gonna start seeing is a lot of them losing their money. Let's get into Gil talking about how when he asked for the money, they hurry up and arrested his ass. Look,
the face, man. And I mean, every time a nigga try to ask for 100 million, man, they own it. I swear. Listen, I swear to God. Listen, I swear. I was asking.
Did y'all hear what he said? Every time a nigga try to ask for 100 million, look.
The face, man. And I mean, every time a nigga try to ask for 100 million, man, they own it. I swear. Listen, I swear to God. Listen, I swear. I was asking. Let me see what I said. Hold on. That text said, yeah, you know, I'm looking for, next summer, I'm looking for 30 million a year. 10 hours later, we got a warrant for your arrest. What?
He said, I asked for 30 mil. 10 hours later, I got a warrant for my arrest. Look, y'all can sit up here and think I'm a conspiracy theorist, but y'all can sit up here and think this is all coincidence if you want, but check him out. Mind you, I don't really care, but I'm just using him as an example to show you kind of what my daddy was saying. Check him out.
Next summer, I'm looking for 30 million a year. 10 hours later, we got a warrant for your arrest. What? Wait. What day was that? Hold on. I wrote that. Wait. Dead ass. Tuesday, I wrote, I'm going to keep my original contract. I'm going to keep my regular contract. But next summer, I'm going to be asking for $25 to $30 million a year. God damn, dog. 10 hours later. Hold on. When I text that, hold on. 10 hours later. Oh, that's funny.
When I tell you, my daddy might be some sort of prophet, or maybe he just understands through his wisdom what's happening. If laughing not to cry was a person, it would be Gilbert Arenas. That nigga said, I told him I'm gonna keep my regular contract, but I told him next year I'm gonna be asking for 30 million. He said 10 hours later, I got a warrant out for my arrest. Okay, why is this important? I told y'all, like I said, they're going to start taking down a lot of these people. They're going to start getting in trouble for a lot of stuff. Now, mind you, these celebrities, the stuff that they getting in trouble for, it's stuff that they did. Okay? It might be some trumped up stuff, but for the most part, it's stuff that they did. It's stuff that the dominant society had been holding on the side as long as they letting these people live to make them millions upon millions of dollars. And then once they ready to throw them away, they just let it loose, like Diddy with the Cassie tape. You think them people didn't know Diddy had bopped that girl in his doggone hotel? I'm pretty sure that was gossip around the celebrity community. Okay? You're going to start seeing it. They're going to fall one by one. I'm telling you. Y'all better disconnect your emotions and your feelings from these celebrities. If you do not, you will fall with them. Okay? I don't care how much you love the song. I don't care how much and how many times you grew up on the movie. I don't care if you only played basketball because you had the poster on your wall. I don't care about none of that. They going down one by one. You better not get in the way of the universe repairing itself, okay? Remember, that class of black people is the reason why you where you at. And you not in a good spot. And I know you ain't, because I ain't. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, as it pertains to my daddy, me and my daddy talked on the phone for about 2 hours. And one of the things that we spoke about was him talking about them getting rid of all of the millionaires, okay? My daddy said they're trying to get rid of that middle class because that's the real middle class, okay? That's the real middle class. My daddy said they're trying to get rid of all of the millionaires so that you're going to either be rich or you're going to be poor. It ain't going to be no way in between. And that is going to create chaos. My daddy also said, y'all better get back to planting. Y'all better get back to farming. And y'all better get to self-defense if you know what I mean. He said, because it's going to cause chaos. And people gonna start going, you get it? Now, I didn't say it. My daddy said that. And my daddy ain't never lied to me. And he ain't never had no reason to lie. So I'm going to go with the move, okay? But that's just my daddy. Y'all don't have to believe him. I believe him, okay? Now, what? Oh, yeah. So, okay, yeah, we got to start getting back working with our hands. We got to start doing that, bro. We have to. If not, we will perish, I swear, because everybody else is moving around freely and doing well except us, okay? Everybody, literally everybody. Now, hold on. Let's get into this Diddy bit. So, y'all already know, I'm going to be honest about the Diddy thing. I am not a Cassie is a victim girl. I really don't care about Cassie. I truly do not care about Cassie. The way my brain and my heart set up, I don't have the capacity to care about nobody unless they want to mine. Okay? Yeah, we on some tribal stuff on this side too. Anyways, so Diddy, why did I say that like Armand? I didn't mean to say that like Armand. So anyway, Diddy was arrested, went to trial, found charged with RICO, but only found guilty of basically ordering prostitution, right? And any other person in this situation, no matter how you feel about the trial, any other person in this situation would not be sitting in jail. They would have been released the day the doggone they would have been released the day that the verdict came down, because it's not an offensible crime to keep somebody locked up until sentencing and all that. It's just not. It's no different from if you was Joe Schmo on the corner and you was buying a little bootay, you know what I'm saying? And you got arrested, they not gonna hold you until it's time to go to court. You gonna go in, they gonna fingerprint you, you gonna take your picture, and they gonna give you a court date, and you gonna go to court. And then when you go to court, the court gonna say, okay, boom, 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 innocent, guilty. And then they gonna say, go home and come back, and we'll see if we gonna do sentencing at that time, or if they don't do it then. Okay? I'm just being fair. It doesn't matter how you feel about Diddy or how you feel about the trial itself. For the charges he was found guilty on, no other person in America is locked up for it. No matter how you feel. See, remember I told you, We got to get out of our feelings, okay? Now, I don't care one way or another about Diddy going to jail or not. I really don't care. He's done. He's done. I already told you I predict him jumping off the bridge, okay? So he's done. But the point I'm making is he's the only man in America sitting in jail for this right now, right? And so when y'all hear a lot of people saying stuff like, oh, Trump talking about pardoning Diddy, I knew this was gonna happen, it's bigger than Diddy. If Diddy sits in jail on this trial or on this type of charge, then it can go to everybody, okay? And also, it's unconstitutional because technically, no matter how you feel, per the law, he shouldn't be held in jail. He should have been let out the day he got whatever the you know what I'm saying? And then he should have came back for the sentencing, and then they would have said, okay, we're going to give you this, because you this. That's what would have happened, okay? Now, if me saying that upsets anybody, I'm not sorry about that, because I don't care about how you feel. This is not a channel for feelings, okay? When we ready to feel and cry, we feel and cry. When we talking facts, it is what it is, okay? Now, because I already know I'm going to hear it. I already saw somebody yesterday talking about they're going to unsubscribe. And that's another thing, too. For the people saying that they're going to unsubscribe, please do me a favor. Don't make an announcement. I have unsubscribed from many channels in my day, and I have never, not one time, clicked on that box that say comment, got my fingers together, and did like this, erase, delete, did like this, and put in, oh, I can't believe this. I'm about to go ahead on and unsubscribe. I've never done it. Typically, what I do is church finger, I just fade to black. So with that being said, I don't want anybody to unsubscribe. I really don't. And if you do unsubscribe, I'm pretty positive you're going to come back because, yeah, I'm pretty positive you will. But if you do choose to unsubscribe because I say something that makes you feel a type of way, then I don't apologize for what I'm saying. However, I just ask you, please do not make an announcement if you can. I appreciate it. I appreciate all your help. I appreciate all your support. I would never, even if we get into it, I never sit up there and be like, F you, I don't need you. I'm still going to give you the respect. I just ask that, please give me the respect. I think people, when they be doing that, putting that in the chat, I can't believe this, I'm unsubscribing. I think in their mind, they be thinking like they're going to get like 10,000 likes on the comment. And everybody going to be like, yeah, we unsubscribing. I think that's what they be thinking. But anyway, back to Diddy. So now, fast forward, Diddy sitting in jail when no other person in America is sitting in jail for ordering prostitutes or traveling with them, okay? So now Diddy is sitting in jail, and with him sitting in jail, he's now sending out his lawyers to request an acquittal because he's saying that this is unconstitutional. And per law, not what you believe, not what you think, not how you feel. Per law, it's unconstitutional. I know it hurts. I know you feel bad, but I promise you, Cassie not sitting nowhere crying. She got $30 million to wipe her tears away. Don't you go letting your day go ruined when Cassie out here riding with the top down and her hair blowing in the wind, okay? You guys, do not take on these celebrities. They are energy harvesting. That's what they're doing. They are harvesting your energy. Do not allow you to be affected by these celebrities. This stuff, most of it ain't even what you think it is, okay? So please, if you can, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be fair. Let's be fair. He shouldn't be locked up, period. So anyway, so he's saying it's unconstitutional, and he's right. It says Diddy's legal team files motion requesting acquittal or new trial, calls conviction unconstitutional. It says last night Diddy's legal team filed a motion asking the court to toss out the jury's verdict in his sex trafficking trial, or give him a new trial altogether. According to court docs, the only charges he was convicted of are 2 counts under the Mann Act, which the team says are legally unsupported and constitutionally flawed. Okay, well, those are big words. We're gonna get into it. Hold on, where my curse at? Oh, there we go. It says, as we reported, the jury acquitted the mogul of 2 counts of sex trafficking and one of the most serious charge, 1 count of racketeering conspiracy. His lawyers say Diddy didn't profit, coerce anyone, or even have sex with the people involved. They claimed he's the only person ever convicted under this law without any trafficking, commercial gain, or vulnerable victims, and the jury rejected all the major charges like racketeering and trafficking. Now, let me stop right here, and I'm only stopping right here to tell you what this means. What they're saying is he's the only man sitting in here on this charge, right? Nobody in America is sitting down on a hold for prostitution, okay? Now, you tried to say that he is a danger because he got the racketeering and all that, but baby, he was acquitted of that. He was acquitted of that. So let's stick with what he was convicted of. That's what they're saying. And according to what he's convicted of, what you are doing is unconstitutional. Now, this is the gag. This is how the president and his power works. Now, this is a state case. Technically, Diddy is a ward of the state government, right? Not the federal government. However, because the federal government puts the monions in the state pocket, they kind of big dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, say, for instance, you got a business, right? Say you want to open a business and you ain't got no money, but you got this rich auntie who everybody know got money. And she said, all right, girl, I'm going to give you the money to start your business. But if I have input, then you need to let me do my input. But I'm going to finance whatever you need. And you'll be like, you know what? Cool. I'll take the money because I want to do the business. Now, the problem is auntie might come in every now and again and say, hey, I don't like the way y'all selling them bagels out the window. Why don't you go ahead and put them in a little plastic cup or a plastic container and then push them out the window? And you thinking, but no, that's part of my brand. Bagels out the window. That is the brand. The whole point of it is you get a naked bagel to go out the window. Now you and this person going back and forth. But remember, auntie is the one who funded the bagel business. So this is where auntie puts the big draws on and say, now look, I asked you to go ahead on and put the plastic on the bagels. But now I'm telling you to put the plastic on the bagels. That's what Trump is doing because he's a ward of the state. But what Trump is going to do is take his executive power or his power as a president and veto or come in and do the partners, because presidents have partners. That's the only way they get to override your states. If your state ever cut off the federal government, which I'm pretty positive they can't, the federal government wouldn't be able to do anything with them. But neither here nor there. So what they're saying is what y'all doing to him is dirty. I get it. Y'all think he's a monster, but he wasn't convicted of that, my love. He was acquitted of that. Let's work with the charges he was convicted of. It says his legal team also called out the statute's racist origins. Oh, there you go. And argued government used it in a way even the DOJ avoids. The defense says this is just consensual adult behavior being criminalized, and they're demanding new trial or for conviction to be thrown out. So this is what they're saying. First of all, the whole conviction of this Mann Act is racist. This whole Mann Act is racist, and we all know who it is. We know they made it for Jack Johnson, the boxer back in the early 1900s, who was riding across state lines, flaunting around clear women. We already know that. So basically, now they're saying, y'all need to throw out the whole thing anyway, because the Mann Act was built on racist ideology, and it was. Okay, so he has a lot to go back and do a retrial about. He have a lot to go back and blah, blah, blah. But honestly, like I said, no matter how you feel about the situation, Diddy being locked up, that's wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. And remember, I told you they harvesting your energy. This is why they replayed Cassie getting beat in that hallway over and over and over and over. You're emotionally attached. Because they let you watch her get beat in that hallway over and over and over and over and now you're involved, you're invested. So now all logic goes out of the window because your emotions have attached to everything. Your emotions override any and everything. And the fact of the matter is, it's wrong. Okay? Now, if he was convicted on the RICO, then y'all hollering life, then guess what? He should get life. but for what he was convicted on, it's wrong legally. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. Get the likes up on the video. Hold on. Let me read some of these super chats, girl. Y'all is T-Day. Not the 300. T-Day said the 300 super chat making it rain.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
Thank you, T-Day, for the 300. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, T-Day. I sure appreciate you. She says, love and blessings, Boo. I appreciate you. No, I appreciate you. Thank you, Titi, for the 3-piece. Thank you for the 3-piece. I'm sure hungry. Thank you for the 3-piece. I appreciate you. That's my longtime internet auntie, y'all. That's my internet auntie. Stop playing. Tina Ray, thank you for the super chat. Says, off topic, but your edges are laid. What's the secret? Girl, first of all, let me tell you something. I use edge control. It's called She-Balm. But before I put that edge control on there, girl, I be having them buckshots and BDBs. Pam was getting ribbed about with Martin. Man. But anyway, yeah, it's just She-Balm, edge control, and a little edge brush. That's it, girl. Listen, I don't be doing much here. I ain't don't be taking me much, girl. Girl, my little fro I look like Florida Evans this morning. Now my fro growing out. My fro growing out, baby. I looked like Frederick Douglass. Yes, I did. And I had parted my fro right here and did the part right here and looked in the mirror. And y'all know I got my hair cut, so it's shaped like a little. I looked it so bad. Wait, let me say this. Girl. When I go running, I don't put my hair on. That's why I'm glad I don't know y'all where I live. I don't put no hair on when I'm running. Because I want my head. I want the sun to touch my head. But look, so when I came back in from running, I had took the rat tail comb and I saw how big it was. First of all, I took the bush comb and I bushed it out, picked it out. Whoop. Then I looked at it and I was like, oh, this give me Frederick Douglass teeth. You know what I'm saying? So I took the rat tail comb and I put the part. I put a nice part too. And I took a little edge control so it could separate. And I had that bit hidden like that. Frederick Douglass' little niece. What's up? Mm-hmm. He might be my uncle. I gotta continue to do my genealogy. I might find him on a tree. He might be on a tree because I ain't gonna lie. No makeup, natural hair. I looked it so bad. Oh, girl, I looked it so bad. I had to look myself in the mirror and say, Boo, you look so bad. I did. I really did that. Y'all think I be playing when I be on here telling y'all these stories. I really looked myself in the mirror after I parted my hair to the side like Frederick Douglass and said, Boo, you look so bad. And then after that, I got in the shower. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah. I looked horrible. I'm just saying, I would never come on here like that. Y'all would never. Girl, I come on here, all the shit I be saying. Girl, please. Girl, I come on here like Frederick Douglass, please. A bitch will drag me. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Them hoes would drag me, girl. I'm not letting them, girl, please. Boo, you should come on natural. No, bitch. No hoe. No sluts. I'm not coming on here natural, bitch. Y'all, we need to embrace. Love yourself. I do love myself. I ain't coming on here like that. Hell no. Hell no. I might walk outside. Somebody might ask me for my papers. Girls, you crazy? Nigga might snatch me up, girl. Take me to somebody's house, make me a damn midwife. Now I'm over here raising clear kids. Girl, please. I'm over here breastfeeding and I ain't even got no milk. I'm over here raising clear kids and they over there throwing dirt on me and all of that. Girl, please. Y'all, that's what I'm saying. Y'all be wanting people to be natural, but it ain't for everybody. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to go to jail and I don't want to be nobody's housewife or housemaid or whatever the case may be. Tip Top, thank you for the super chat. Says, my mother always told me her mother is from Mississippi and her mother's mother is from Mississippi. So Mississippi is the motherland. Yes, it is your motherland. And you know what I was thinking about yesterday? because I be looking at stuff. Thank you for the super chat, Tip Top. People want to connect us to Africa, but what you're going to start to find is when you do your genealogy, I'm not from Africa. My mama not from Africa. My mama's, wait, let me go back. I've never gone to Africa. My mama has never gone to Africa. My mama's mama has never gone to Africa. My mama's mama has never gone to Africa. This is documented. My mama's mama has not. I can go back 7 generations and ain't found Africa yet. Ain't found them. And what you're going to start seeing is, although Africa is in the oralness of all this, you ain't gonna see Africa much in the paperwork. Does that make sense? So you're gonna start to hear Africa, but when you start reading official documentation, you're not gonna see Africa. Not everybody. Some of you may. I don't know. I can't tell y'all who you is. But for the most part, you're not gonna find Africa. You won't even find a ledger off the boat. Now, some can, but for the most part, 99% of y'all ain't gonna find it. I'm telling you now. 99% of y'all ain't gonna find it. Some of you will. 99% you won't get to Africa. You won't touch the soil. And you can go back 1,600, 1,500. You ain't gonna touch the soil. Okay? So with that being said, your motherland, our motherland, is right here under your feet where you sit. This is the motherland. See, that's the way they get you, is to take your mind off your homeland and send you way on the other side of the globe and tell you your motherland is in Africa. How does that make sense? And let me show y'all something, man, because we already on day 1 of the boycott. Let's get the exposing. So I was listening to this broadcast yesterday, and the girl, a black woman, came on there, and she was talking about, I forget what she was talking about, but either way, she said something, and she was like, y'all need to go look this up. And this is a perfect time for this segment too. Let me show y'all what this is. So hold on. From me, let me show y'all what I found. So while we, Black Americans, have been indoctrinated to believe that our homeland is in Africa and that we need to look to Mother Africa to find our roots and find our home, did you know that immigrants have a thing or a program in New York called the New Americans? So while they are convincing you to go to Ghana and get citizenship, while they are convincing you to go to Nigeria and build a house, while they are convincing you to go and move and pack your things and go to Africa, the new immigrants are coming over here and calling themselves what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? The New Americans. Yes, honey, yes. So while you mentally, physically, financially, spiritually pick your bags up, pack up your things, and carry your ass down to the motherland, the new immigrants coming in and saying they the new Americans. Now, I ain't the smartest cookie in the jar. You feel what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I go out on a limb and say I'm not the dumbest either. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, if you don't see the play in 2025, you don't want to see the play in 2025, okay? While they are telling you through DNA testing, through oral Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar, all these other people, all the conscious channel, all them niggas that come out the conscious community except Dane Callan, and he didn't even come out there, so I don't even gotta add him in there. All them niggas, all them coming out there telling you to go to Africa, go to Africa, go to Africa. Africa is your motherland. Africa is where you belong. Africa is where you need to be. It's so much so, you even got the Africans telling you, you need to be talking about Africa. They get offended if you don't even say you from Africa. Whole time, those Africans are coming over here and changing their name from Matumbo Zimbabwe to John Smith and becoming the New Americans. And your duck ass is over in Ghana getting swindled out of land, money, resources. And when you come back with your citizenship papers, I'm pretty positive you're going to be done forfeited your land, dummy. Yeah. So if we ever were to get reparations for the land, or even repaired for the things that they took from us as it pertains to the land, you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, have just forfeited your land and your inheritance because you want to go to Baltimore and have big fun with the wretched. So you go be African, and the new Americans come over here, the immigrants, I'm sorry, they get to come over here and be the new Americans, and you'll probably forfeit your land when you go over there and get your papers. We're going to take a moment of silence on that. I need you to think about what I just said. Think about what I just told you. You've been told to go to Africa while they come over here and become the new Americans. I've told you guys on many, many occasions, it's not as difficult as you may think it is. The only thing that is different is now we are awake. We have been walking around with blindfolds on. We can't see nothing, can't hear nothing, can't do nothing. And we didn't even know the trick that was being played. I say it all the time. If it was a snake, it would have bit us, okay? And it did bite us because it was a snake, okay? But at the end of the day, you have been tricked, okay? It's none of what you think it is. Everything your ancestors fought and died for, and I mean through wars, through civil wars, through protests, every single thing they worked for, you, Black America, have been giving it away, hand and foot. Why? Because you put how you feel over what's really going on and the facts. Okay? Oh yeah, we exposing this shit. Okay? I told you I'm passing through with a message. I ain't here all day. I'm passing through with a message. So while you being told to go to Africa, here they come with all your reparations, and they become the what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? The new Americans. Let's get into this just a tad. We ain't gonna do too much. We ain't gonna do too much. We ain't gonna do too much. Just a tad. Know your rights. Know your resources. Now, mind you, it makes sense that this would happen in New York, because if we all know the history of New York, Ellis Island, where the white people came off the boat, we've all seen it. Do we need to pull it up? Put ones in the chat if you've never seen white folks coming off the ships in New York. If you've never seen the white folks coming off the ships in New York and you need me to go pull it up, I can. Just let me know. But for now, let's get into this. Ellis Island, New York, would make sense to have the new American deal, because guess what? Ellis Island is where all the white folks you see now come from. 90% of the white folks you see walking around here are probably first, second, third, tops generation white folks. Did you know that? These ain't the white folks you see when they be telling you, oh, we wasn't the ones who enslaved you. They ain't lying. That don't mean they ain't gonna pay, but they ain't lying. They just come here in the late 1800s, in the early 1900s, okay? We already talked about that. Matter of fact, they said they want to see it. Let me go get it. Let me go get the white people coming off the boat. See, y'all got to start. Y'all got to listen. This, let me just pull them up. Get the likes up on the video. Get the likes up on the video, y'all. And guess what, too? Let me show you this, because I don't want this to go over your head neither. Because I told y'all in New Orleans, there's a statue in New Orleans right there on the river, and it's a statue of family. It's a white family, and they're immigrants. And at the bottom of the statue, they have all the names of the people that docked on that ship or docked on that port right there in New Orleans. So if you are somebody you know who's white, your ancestors is documented on statues all over. Their genealogy is almost damn near done for them. It's almost damn near done for them. So when you hear these are things you don't know. You don't know these things. So you wouldn't know. But I'm here to pass the message. I'm here to pass the message. These are things that you don't know. They know that they knew to this. Look, they know that they do. They know that they knew to this. Let me pull up the images. Let me pull up these white folk coming off this boat so y'all can see this. Which one? Let's get this one. Let me see. Can you see that? I want to see if it could let me see the picture. I need to download some anyway. Let me see. Save as. No, I don't want to do that. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up and see if it'll show the pictures closer up so you can see. See. Look at all these white folks. Nah, it ain't gonna do it. Hold on. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see this? Let me see. So in Ellis Island in New York, a lot of clear people came through the ports of Ellis Island. They came off boats. A lot of them were diseased ridden, okay? A lot of them were diseased ridden, and they had to go through checks. They had to go through all types of stuff. Remember we talked about poor whites? Remember I told y'all back then, the whites who were already here, who were descendants of the founding fathers, or at least the people who had been here, they delineated from these whites. These are the whites that the white people who were already in America delineated from. They said that they were trash. I didn't say it. So if you're a clear person on here in America and your ancestor or your granny came off that boat, don't battle me. I didn't say it. The KKK people said that. They said y'all was trash. They said don't lump us all in together. They said, and this is probably why they had to fight for the status of white, but that's neither here nor there. They said that. Okay? So New York being the new American foundation makes sense because they've been coming in through New York. You see what I'm saying? It's right here. See, the ships they told you came in on is really the ships they came in on. Does that make sense? All right. Now, back to the new Americans. Now, and I got to move on. But in this new thing, I have read through it because I was like, OMG, what comes with this, right? So, where is it? Hold on. I wanted to get like their little mission statement or something, because that's typically where you can see everything what a group is about. Let me see. The New York State Office for New Americans was created in 2012 to welcome immigrants and help them in achieving their American dream. Though it is a statewide network of community-based providers, ONA assists all new Americans in accessing and navigating a variety of free services and supports their inclusion as an integral part of New York State's diverse cultural fabric. I told y'all, the people in New York, my FBA people in New York, I feel so bad for y'all. For the indigenous population in New York, I feel bad for y'all. It's like people just dumping a whole bunch of stuff on y'all. I'm telling you, it's got to be crazy. So basically, they're the welcoming committee for the new Americans, but that's for the immigrant. While they're telling you to go be the African. And the whole time the African coming over here and becoming the new American. So you see the flip-flop? Do we see the play? You go to Africa and be the new African, and they come over here and be the new. You know what I mean? They come over here and be the new American. And the girl said, y'all can call yourself what you want. Majority of y'all look like us. It doesn't matter what we look like. If that's what people think, that's fine. It really doesn't matter what we look like. I think that's the furthest thing from importance at this point. At this point, what I've noticed when it comes to immigrants, every single group of immigrants come in and y'all move into your own communities. They do. They move into their own. They immediately delineate. Every time you meet a foreigner, especially the Nigerians. God, every time you meet them, what's up? Oh, I'm Nigerian. Oh, I'm Jamaican. Oh, I'm this. Y'all immediately delineate. Y'all immediately do it. Like they live in their own communities. They shop at their own stores. You know what I'm saying? They don't do no business with no niggas. None. You You know what I'm saying? Y'all be on y'all own. So why is it a problem when we trying to be on our own? But I know why it's a problem, because my people may not know, but I know. You understand that if we separate from you, we cut your water off. Now y'all consider, I seen a few Africans on here, not in here, but on TikTok. Oh, just go ahead, do it, nigga. Do it. Fine. This is the thing. We don't need anything from the Africans. We don't need anything from really any of these immigrants. Really, we don't. But I'm just wanting people to understand that we know the play, and we know why you're really mad. We know why you deflect. We know why you say, oh, well, it doesn't matter because the police put us over, we all black. We know you feel like, yeah, some type of livelihood could be threatened. Not for all Africans, but I'm just saying for the ones who do business straight with us. And y'all already know what it is. And my thing is, people who are confident, or cultures of communities who are confident, they wouldn't have said nothing. They would have just sat back and watched the boycott. They would have just sat back and watched the boycott and see how it go. If they was that confident, they wouldn't come on the internet and say it. They'll just show it. But they can't because they scared. So now they on here projecting all over the place. It's just tiring. It's just like, girl, like, and then it's another thing too. Y'all only come around us. A lot of these immigrants only come around us to profit off of black culture or to be like accepted. And then come back and be like, you nigga call me African booty scratcher. Bitch, they call me an African booty scratcher too. Like, if you don't want to get ripped, don't come around us. How about that? Continue to delineate. Like you delineate in your mama house, continue to delineate. It's easy. If you don't want to be around black Americans because they mean and they hurt you, and just don't be around us. But I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't, because we your heartbeat. Without us, you go back to the hut in Africa. You get it? You get it? See, without us, you got to wear that natural hair. Without us, you feel me? You don't know which way to go. You got to eat food. Without us, you got to speak your African native tongue. Yeah, without us, you don't know what you're going to do. We know it, though. We just want you to know that we know it. You can get on here and pump your chest out. We Africa, the motherland. We don't give a fuck about none of that. Nigga, we know we know. We already know. Anyway, neither here nor there. Do not fall for the trick of becoming a new African while the African is becoming a new American. Please, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get a commercial break. Y'all like that song from yesterday? Let's commercial break this out, girl. We need a commercial break. Now, hold on. First of all, if I'm going to do a commercial break, y'all going to have to like the video. I'm not doing this for nothing. Y'all going to have to like the video. And then also, too, subscribe to the channel. Y'all have to subscribe to the channel. Yes. If y'all let the pastor go in there and lock the door and telling people he want 40,000, I'm about to lock the YouTube door and say, y'all, I need 40,000 likes. KB, thank you for the super chat. Says, Auntie, they hiring down at the job, girl. All right. Them jobs is coming open. Thank you. Truth be told, thank you for the super chat. Says, my 50th birthday is this Sunday and my youngest will be 26 on the 6th. Happy birthday, truth be told. Happy birthday. We're going to dedicate this one to you. Hold on. Crystal Nicole, thank you so much for the super chat. It says, hey, boo, I did Ancestry, and it says I'm Cameroon and Scottish. Is there a different one I should use to make it accurate? You did Ancestry. Did you do a genealogy or did you submit blood or a sample? Because if you do a DNA test, meaning you submit a sample and they tell you, throw that away. If that's what you did, throw that away. Okay. Now, if you got genealogy and you were able to trace your family and you got names and dates and locations, then that would mean that somewhere in your line is Cameroon and Scottish lineage. Yes. Yeah, that would mean. But if you're just if you're only doing the test, throw that away. That's just that's a whole nother play. We've already discussed that a million times on this channel. That's a whole other play. But encourage y'all, do y'all genealogy. Ancestry.com lets you start your family tree. For everybody who don't know, Ancestry.com let you start your family tree. I ain't put mine on there. I got mine on a poster board. I'm old school. Pure Joy, thank you for the super chat, says, Boo, I met a cousin of mine on Ancestry. He sent me a copy of a book he wrote called about our great-great-grandfathers who were brothers. Nice. His research dates back to 1734 to the free black people of Virginia. He did the work. What? So wait a minute. If your folks come from the free blacks of Virginia, and this might be a clue or it might not, but if your folks come from the free blacks of Virginia, this might be your folks right here too. Yay! Y'all got to remember, the 13 colonies started over here, right? The first place they landed with that bull was where? Virginia. And the folks that they met when they got there were these people. This is where your tobacco come from. You feel what I'm saying? All your tobacco on plantations and all that stuff, that's black men talking to clear people about trading tobacco and possibly some Zot. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? But if you was able to find your family back to 1734 in Virginia, you might be bloodlined to some type of tobacco. I don't know, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It might be some type of bloodline or some type of line to some sort of tobacco companies or something. We trying to get reparations. You feel me? Even if we can't get it in one big check, we trying to get reparations, all right? So you need to go back and look at your stuff. All y'all, not just this young lady. All y'all need to go look back at y'all stuff because a lot of stuff was taken from our families. A lot of stuff was taken from our people, businesses, land, all types of stuff. We come and get it. 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 And I don't want nobody to act crazy. We come and get it. You got to know that. We come and get it. Okay? But that's dope. I love hearing those stories. Y'all, please keep sharing y'all stories. I love to hear them. Toot All Flame, thank you so much for the super chat. It says, I came out the bushes to say, it's my birthday. Big fun. Love you, boo. When you get a chance, can I get Jupiter booty? Yes, you can. 1 second, my love. And happy birthday, boo. Happy birthday, Toot. Beautiful. Y'all give me 1 second. Miss Peters, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, boo. Google image Europe supported by Africa in America. William Blake, 1794. It ends. Black Americans are the same as African comments. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. What is it called? Hey, boo. Google image Europe supported by Africa. Okay. In Africa and America. Gotcha. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now we got 2 birthdays. Let's get Jupiter booty for my girl too. Happy birthday too. And anybody else celebrating a birthday. And I'm going to get the other commercial break too for my other birthday we got in the chat. Shout out to y'all. It's a commercial break, but all commercial breaks mean what? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Y'all get the likes up. We coming right back. Happy birthday to. Enjoy your day, weekend, and more.
Shorty got that hair like Rapunzel. Make a nigga fall in love like dominoes. Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Shorty got that hair like Rapunzel. Make a nigga fall in love like dominoes. Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Goddamn, shorty so fine. Like a treadmill, she be running through my mind. On that booty, she got a nigga geeking. Having fantasies of me and her, can that be a squeaking? Shorty got that hair like Rapunzel. Make a nigga fall in love like dominoes. Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Shorty got that hair like Rapunzel. Make a nigga fall in love like dominoes. Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Hey, Jupiter booty, can you twerk some?
Niggas put that booty while we cooling up and hooting. You know how we do this. The old school trooper. Smartest. We smoother than the smoothest. The hardest, the rulers. They can't get through us.
Shorty got that booty.
We smoother than a smoothie. Happy birthday to. Happy birthday, beautiful. Happy birthday to. Y'all get the likes up. I got another birthday. But before I do that, I do want to cover another story. Hey, shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all got a lot of birthdays. What month we in? Are we in them bully months? Who them people is that was bullying me last year? who that was, because I'm feeling bullied. I'm just playing. Hold on. I'm gonna do one more story, then we're gonna hit another commercial break. You guys get the likes up on the video. I want to talk about the Tory Lanez bit. So Tory Lanez is another situation that's got a lot of people in their feelings, but at the end of the day, it's a messed up case, and they did him wrong. Okay, regardless if you believe he's innocent or guilty, the way the case was handled was wrong. I told y'all about that yesterday, why I mentioned it. Okay, now Tory Lanez obviously arrested, convicted for popping this girl in the foot. Okay. Long story short, the trial was completely mishandled. People don't want to believe it because they want to connect emotionally to the trauma. And I get it. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have been convicted or tried. What I'm saying is the way that they tried the trial was messed up, right? So, mods, can y'all start zapping the people if they get to be disrespectful, please? Everybody's welcome. Just please be respectful. Okay. So one of the things that people don't really want to talk about is evidence. Now, a lot of shady things happened at the Tory Lanez trial, and I don't remember everything per se, but I do remember a couple things happening that I didn't too particularly think was fair. Like, for instance, the witness came in and was over there hanging out with the prosecution, and the next thing you know, he flipped. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a whole bunch of stuff, even with evidence, even with the gun. Tory was like, they never basically could conclude that Tory for sure had the gun. They couldn't find his DNA on the gun. It wasn't never a conclusive test result. Okay. So, that was not handled correctly during the trial. In a regular trial, that would be a whole grounds for mistrial. You see what I'm saying? That in a regular trial, that's a whole ground for mistrial. You can't do that. Okay. So now, Tory has come out and his team has said that the gun that they talked about was the gun. They never even ran the serial numbers on the gun. Now, let me tell y'all how this is related. Remember the OJ trial? Remember that white police officer who they had leaked the tapes and found out that he was racist? Y'all remember that during the OJ trial? The clear police officer, I forget his name, but once they found out he was racist and they found out how they were over there messing with a lot of evidence, they had to literally acquit him, okay? See, it's other things, but those are two things that are grounds for acquittal. And those things were major in the case, okay? And what Tory had going on is he's saying they never even checked the serial number on the gun to even say it was his gun or whose gun. And for trial purposes, no matter if you think he's innocent or guilty, for trial purposes, that is wrong. Okay. So now his team has been talking about, they want him out. They've been talking about all types of stuff. It says Tory Lanez's legal team just filed a new motion revealing that law enforcement allegedly never ran the serial number on the firearm used in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting case, a basic step that could have proved the gun wasn't even his, they claim. Now they want the weapon processed properly to clear his name and question the entire case. Now, what Tory's attorneys are saying is, listen, y'all don't even know who the gun for, but yet y'all did a whole trial saying that it was his gun. What we're asking is that you run the serial number, and if it comes back to be his gun, cool. But if it comes back it ain't, then you got to let him go because it wasn't his gun. That's what the lawyers are saying to the judge. Now, remember, these are not the lawyers who Tory had during the trial. I want to say this is someone else. These are new lawyers or new attorneys. I haven't been following the Tory Lanez thing. It's too draining. The Meg piece of it is too draining. I don't follow it. I just keep y'all updated on Tory in jail whenever we figure it out. So anyway, so he's starting to pull all the stuff that was hidden from the public and hidden from the courts, and y'all are going to start to see stuff. Now, a lot of people are going to feel like it's wrong. Oh, this is not okay. She shot that girl in the foot. I seen the foot, but you're not. What we're straying away from is actual justice, right? Because now it's not a matter of did he do it? It's a matter of, but I feel a way about it. Okay. And that has no place in law. I mean, because literally you dismantle law. And this is another thing too. There's only one group of people practicing law like this, or that they're practicing law like this on. They're not doing this on the clears. They're not doing this on the Asians. They doing this on us. All right. Now, not that I care about none of these celebrities, because I'm saying it's going to trickle from the celebrities down to the regular people. That's the only thing. I don't give a damn about the celebrity. I'm just saying, if we can get on board with getting them screwed over, we're going to be basically co-signing to screw over ourselves. Okay? So I think that Tory does deserve for them to look at that and have him run the serial number. He does, because honestly, it's fair in the case. Now, this is a little blurb from the court case. It says, Mr. Smith further had an additional relevant information as it recently has come to the light that the serial number to identify the owner of the firearm in the underlying trial was not processed for such by law enforcement. As petitioner is now requesting the district attorney to process said firearm, he can still advocate for his innocence and eliminate ownership through other channels. Is it in the interest of the justice that he raises these questions regarding the ownership of said weapons? As such, Mr. Smith is adding this to his, and let me go to the next page, or nothing. But basically, that's what it is. They're saying that, hey, you need to run this firearm and the serial numbers on this, because basically that could clear my dude. That's what they're saying. So we'll keep updated on that. Y'all get the likes up on the video. I got another super chat. OMG. Hold on. I think I got two. Latoya, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you, beautiful. And T-Day, thank you again, once again. Jeez Louise, I can't get enough just making it rain, girl. Happy Educational Friday, y'all. Happy Educational Friday. Thank you so much, T-Day.
I make it right. I make it right. I make it right on them hoes. I make it right. I make it right. I make it right on them hoes.
T-Day says, my birthday tomorrow. My born day tomorrow, spending it with my husband, getting spoiled and enjoying our vacation. The Most High is good. Yes, he is. And happy early birthday, T-Day. And not only you, what's the other person? Because I want to play this commercial break for everybody else. Because y'all liked this song yesterday. I saw y'all in the chat. Y'all liked this song yesterday. Happy birthday to T-Day. And I think, Toot, I got you. It was the other person. It was somebody else. Here we go. Toot, but Toot, T-Day, and truth be told, happy birthday, y'all. Let's get this commercial break popping. I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity to go ahead and get the likes up on the video. I'll be right back. Get the doggone likes up.
All I do is price drops.
Come on.
Searching for a nice stop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby, tell me when my flight gon' leave.
You gotta.
Bags I got, just checked them for free.
Oh, yeah.
And today, I'll forever be booking you.
Book. Come on.
Ain't nobody feeling like Jet 2.
Jet, come on.
Stays on my mind all the time.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I'll forever be booking you.
I gotta go.
I gotta go.
I gotta book that flight for the Lord.
For the Lord.
I gotta go. I gotta book that flight for
Happy birthday to everybody celebrating a birthday, especially to you, TD. Enjoy your time, enjoy your day, and enjoy your vacation, honey. Yes! Shout out to the birthday girls, huh? The birthday girls in the building, girl. Honey. Yes. All right. We got to move on, y'all, for the sake of time. Let's move on. I want to talk about Evelyn really quickly. And I watched her daughter interview. We already talked about it. I ain't even getting into it. Evelyn and her daughter did a podcast, right? And Evelyn and her daughter does this podcast. Mind you, Evelyn's daughter has a baby by the game. But Evelyn was cool with the game at the time, baby mama. So Evelyn is in pictures with the game's other baby mama while she's pregnant, all types of stuff. They were really cool. I'm not saying they were friends, but they were at least cool. Well, then turns around, her daughter turned around and double bite and have a baby by the same person who you can see right here in this picture. This is Evelyn. No, this the girl right here. Is that the girl or is that Evelyn? No, that's Evelyn. I want to say that's the girl, that's Shawnee, and that's the daughter. Now here we have the girl, the daughter, and I think that's Shawnee. I can't even see that. I can't even see that. But you can see that they were cool. Now, everybody brings up the fact that your daughter double back and have a baby by your friend old man, okay? Or your friend baby daddy. Now, in the regular common world, that is frowned upon. Not saying it don't happen. It's just frowned upon, okay? And as public figures, it's extremely frowned upon because, I mean, it's given like Evelyn, girl, like, is there anything off limits? Like, you know, between you and your daughter, is there anything off limits? Well, they do this podcast and address it, and they trying to downplay it like, oh, it wasn't like that. We were cool, but we wasn't friends. You got to watch bitches like this. Check it out.
Guys were best friends. It wasn't my friend.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know where that.
I think it was. I think
that's a big one though, because I get that all the time.
It is. It's a huge, huge, huge misconception, and it's a rumor. And to be honest, we're not. I know about you and me too. I don't live in a space of I'm gonna sit up here and do this, and I'm just gonna like lie, or I'm not. Like, if it was the truth, then I would be like, you know what, it was the truth, and you know, some things happen, cool. But it grew legs, arms, feet, ears, all of that, and it was such a viral thing. Like, I have comments where people are like, "Oh, how dare you? Your daughter had a baby with your best friend." And granted, like, I think she's an amazing woman and super cool, but we didn't share space like that. You know, we don't have a relationship.
You guys were best friends. It wasn't.
Y'all remember last season? Or what else season it was? Remember? No, it was seasons ago. Remember seasons ago? See, this is all in Evelyn's character. Do y'all recall that season Jennifer had told Jackie that Evelyn had smashed on? Or was it Jackie? Well, either way. No, Tammy. Jennifer told Timmy that Evelyn smashed Shaq. Put a one in the chat if y'all remember that. So Evelyn and Shawnee are so-called besties, right? And when Jennifer and Evelyn got beef, or they got into it, Jennifer called herself getting back at Evelyn and told Tammy that back in the day, Evelyn smashed Shaq. Immediately, I believed it because Evelyn was one of those thirsty girls. So you got to keep in mind, back in the day, we had video girls, and then we started with reality TV. So we had the reality TV girls. Okay. Those girls were like the new video girls. Evelyn being a reality TV girl, right? Evelyn being a reality TV girl was getting tossed around like a goddamn tetherball. Okay, she was. So and these girls run in the same circles and they sleep with the same men. They all share the same women. And it becomes common to them. Okay, now Evelyn on here trying to downplay the relationship she had with the girl. That's to save face for reputation, but that's not what it is. Evelyn is one of those women in the industry who don't care. All she know is, I want the man, I want the ring, and I want the lifestyle by any means necessary. I'm a woman, okay? And I've hung out with girls like Evelyn, okay? I haven't hung out with Evelyn, but I've hung out with girls like Evelyn. I'm talking about bad bitch girls who get to the money with these men, and they, you know what I'm saying? I've been with them type of girls. You got to have a real thick skin, and you got to be real, and you got to be on some real nigga shit type, but feminine in a way. These girls do not care about none of that. They don't care about none of that. They don't care, girl. It could be their sister ex-husband. If he got money, they will go behind their sister and sleep with that nigga. Do you see? Does that make sense? So Evelyn sitting up here trying to downplay the friendship, it won't even matter because this is indicative of her behavior. This is what Evelyn has been known to do. We all knew the rumors back in the day. Evelyn was a toss-up. Everybody knew it. She was a flipper, allegedly. That was the rumors back in the day before the internet. I ain't saying, I'm just telling you what the streets were saying. They said she was a flipper. Okay? Now, it made sense to me. It really made sense. But girl, you allegedly, same season, when Jennifer was on Mad Day, I told you the 2 times you hear the truth, right? What the 2 times I told y'all hear the truth out of mother effer. Mad Day and a joke. Mad Day came around. Not only did Jennifer spill that you were sleeping with Shaq at one point, she also spilled that you had a build-a-whore. Y'all put a 2 in the chat if you remember the build-a-whore comment. Basically, Jennifer said, this is on Mad Day, Jennifer said on Mad Day that Evelyn was training her daughter to be a slut from the 90s. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I didn't say it. I didn't hang with Evelyn. I'm just telling you what Jennifer said on Mad Day. She said, remember her and Jackie almost got into it behind that because Jackie Rick came double back with it. And that's why I heard your daughter was a build-a-whore. Now, they claim that that was a lie. Evelyn cried, the vein popped out the forehead. She did all of that. And then now she got a baby by her mama friend, baby daddy. Now, I'm starting to believe that the build-a-whore comments was true. But I believed it when it came out because I understand when Mad Day come, a nigga gonna tell you the truth. Because he's too mad. He can't think. He can't. A person cannot rationalize during Mad Day because they so upset. Typically, emotions take over logic, and they just roll with the move. So when Jennifer said it on Mad Day, I believed it. When Jennifer said she smashed Shaq, I believed it. And guess what? What we're looking at is the end result. Evelyn has did 30 years in the business. No man, no nothing. All them rings she chased. And she's sitting up there with 5 dogs in the house like a clear woman, waiting on her grandbaby to come visit every now and again. Her daughter allegedly was a build-a-whore, and it looks like she's following right in her mama's footsteps down the path to hell. Because her mama was not a smart, intelligent slut. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. Because if her mama was a smart, intelligent slut, she would have had a ring and she would have got divorced and would have been sitting on a bag. You see what I'm saying? Like the clear women do. See, you don't go and run your cooch all around the basketball court and the diamond at the football, what is it, at the baseball ring or whatever they call it, and don't come out with nothing to show for it. See, you supposed to be sitting on bags, nigga. So not only is Evelyn a flunky failing slut, she trained her daughter to be one too, allegedly. Allegedly. Because you just a baby mama to the game. That's it. Of all the people in the industry, bitch, the game, he don't even make music no more. Like, the only time we want to see him is when he put his drawers on and take a picture in the mirror. Girl, that's what you got? The game? She's right on track for what they said. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say it. But yeah, Evelyn, please, you're a slut. You're just a slut from the 90s. Yeah, she is. She's a slut from the 90s. Girl, please. And it looks like what Jackie said and what Jennifer said on Mad Day is true. You trained your daughter to be the same way. Couldn't be me. Let's get into Shannon Sharpe and Ocho. Ocho caught a stray, y'all. Ocho caught a stray. Let me start by saying this. I told y'all yesterday. I told you guys yesterday. I said, y'all, Shannon, from the moment that girl came out with that accusation, Shannon's career was over. It didn't matter what Shannon did. It didn't matter what Shannon said. Even if Shannon went to trial and was found completely innocent, Shannon's career was over the moment that girl went viral and went public and said Shannon did anything sexually to her. The rape, the non-consensual, unprotected sex, all of that, okay? When that happened, Shannon had literally committed career suicide, okay? Now, the reason that is because Shannon violated the code. See, the powers that be, they put these clear people in charge, right? They put them over these people so that they can regulate and keep you in line, right? Now, in them keeping you in line, they're going to make you very rich, or at least they're going to make you believe that you're very rich. I told you in 2025 how they make you a millionaire. If you wasn't on the chat, instead of back in the day, like on Scrooge, Uncle Scrooge, who had all the money, or was it Scrooge? What was the duck who had the money? Instead of having to be able to physically see your fortune, now they tell you you're a millionaire. They go here. They put it on a paper, on a digital copy paper, and say, there you go. And then you run around thinking that you're a millionaire, but the minute you mess up, it's over. You never had it to begin with. It's about the illusion of making you believe you've made it. You never made it because they can take you away and just like that. No, neither here nor there. So once the accusations came out, it was over for Shannon. The optics of it all. You're a big black man and this lily white little bitty girl, and this girl done came and told us that you done sodomized her unprotected. You're never going to survive that. That's the white man's worst nightmare. So what did they do? They said, well, we can't hang them no more. They made that illegal. Then somebody said, why don't we tie them to 2 horses? And they said, we can't do that no more because then they're going to say we killed them. They said, so what we do? They said, I got that nigger. We'll take his livelihood. Okay? And my daddy said the best way and the easiest way to get killed is to mess with a man's livelihood. Nah, that's an old school saying. I didn't say it. So now what they going to do? I told you yesterday, Shannon Sharpe gave 14 years to the National Football League. He's probably injured his body. He's probably suffered all types of head injuries from here to the moon. And the league had paid him $22 million over 14 years. The league not only took the $22 million back from Shannon and said, thank you for your services. They made him pay an extra $1 million in interest. So Shannon Sharpe just gave the National Football League 14 years of free work. Plus some. Plus overtime. 14 years. What they say, he had hip surgeries to tow your body down. Everything you've ever raked in from the National Football League, they took it bike. Plus interest, okay? Now, they weren't finished with him. Now, apparently, because they can't tie up the 2 horses and hit them and make them go 2 separate ways and they could split you in half, they figured we'll split them in half, not figuratively, not literally, but figuratively. Now, Ochocinco wanted me, is catching a stray. So apparently, Shannon Sharpe and Ochocinco have their podcast. I've seen it. I haven't seen the podcast. I've seen clips. And apparently, Usher do his cherry in the mouth thing or whatever. And at this concert, this lady is on the mic with Usher getting the cherries in the mouth, looking like she about to explode. She should be ashamed of herself. Let me not say that before she come sue me. I'm sorry, ma'am. I ain't said that. I'm just playing. You so beautiful, ma'am. You look so good. Ma'am, you look so good. I'm sorry. I was just playing. But anyway, so since they was on their podcast saying that the lady was married, the lady suing them for $20 million. And from what I hear, this lady ain't no bum. Mind you, this is a very intelligent black woman. This lady homeschooled her daughter, and her daughter got a doctorate degree in high school, my nigga. Let me say that again. This lady you looking at right here homeschooled her daughter, and her daughter has a doctorate in college, but she got it in high school. Okay, so this ain't no dumbass lady. See, most people just looking at it at the surface and they like, oh, she. This ain't no anybody. You see what I'm saying? So she do look willing. She do look. Now, don't get me to say nothing about that lady, ma'am. They lying, ma'am. Get me up here. See y'all. Y'all being messy, ma'am. I would like to say to you, ma'am. I want to say for me. I don't know about nobody in the chat, ma'am. For me, ma'am. I support you. I believe you. I'm not gonna say nothing negative about you. And yes, ma'am. Me. I can't speak on the people in the chat. I don't know about them. But me, ma'am, I don't have nothing to say about you, ma'am. Okay, I just wanted to put that on here. I'm just because y'all, I was about to say something. Somebody said she looked like she wouldn't. I'm about to say, I ain't gonna lie. I had to stop myself, girl. She gonna come get you, bitch. Debo coming. Who? Debo. Hell no, bitch. I ain't say nothing, ma'am. I'm just reporting the news. So look, allegedly. Look, so the lady got mad because Ochocinco and Shannon was on the podcast saying she married, and she said that it defamed her character and hurt her reputation, and she wants $20 million, and I want the lady to get the $20 million because for once, at one point in time, Shannon didn't want to even pay for his daughter's wedding no more than $30,000. He just gave that clear lily white girl $30 million. Why he can't get his black woman 20? So outside of me being scared of her, she still deserves it. If they're going to take the rest of it, I say give it to a black woman. You goddamn right. I don't give a damn if he stepped on her shoe. Yeah. See how the world go? You see how when you put that energy out, how it come on bike? He was online talking about, I'm only giving my daughter $30,000 for her wedding. She ain't getting no more than that. Then you turn around and gave a lily white girl $20 million, right? And now you about to turn around and get this black woman another 20. There you go. Get your money, sis. Let's get into the show. Let's get into the story. I pulled up the article because I wanted to get better understanding. Because see, with the shade room, they kind of shady with Let me pull this up. So apparently, Shannon Sharpe and Ochocinco were on their podcast, and in said podcast, they start ragging on the lady, saying that the lady was married. All right. It says, why are Shannon Sharpe and co-host Chad Ochocinco Johnson being sued for $20 million? Complete drama explained. It says Shannon Sharpe and Ochocinco Johnson are facing a $20 million lawsuit over alleged defamatory statements. Here's the full story behind the controversy. Shannon Sharpe and his nightcap co-host Chad Ochocinco Johnson are reportedly being sued for $20 million by how do you say that? Jamilata? Jay Tillman, a woman who became known worldwide during an Usher show. Tillman has alleged that the host made false statements about her marital status and joked that her husband might leave her. Remarks says she were not only untrue, but damaging to her reputation. She says the lawsuit alleges false claims by host harmed Tillman's reputation. She denies being married or facing divorce. The lawsuit claims the host and Shay Media, damn, she going after the company. Go ahead on, girl. Shay Media made harmful and false statements that hurt the plaintiff's good image. New court papers say the defendant made it seem like Tillman was married and on the verge of a divorce because of her involvement in the show. Tillman has insisted that that's false, or these false statements have hurt her personal and professional life. In her words, following this event, the defendants made and disseminated false and defamatory statements suggesting that I was married and that my husband was filing for divorce due to my participation in this audience experience. I am not married, nor am I currently going through divorce. She claims defendants ignored removal requests and seeks $20 million for defamation. It says in the new court filings, Tillman alleged that despite multiple attempts to have the court or the content removed, the defendants kept spreading the story on their sites, ignoring her efforts to correct the record. She says this ongoing issue has really hurt her public image and her mental health. She also said, I made numerous efforts to contact the defendants to request the removal of this false narrative, but the requests were disregarded. Their continued dissemination of these false statements after I publicly clarified my marital status demonstrates a reckless regard or disregard for the truth. Tillman now is demanding $20 million in damages, escalating what began as internet speculation into high-stakes legal showdown. Legal experts point out that Tillman's defamation case, to move forward successfully, she'll need to demonstrate that the statements in question were false, caused harm, and were made without proper fact-checking. Her lawsuit seems to be built around meeting those key legal thresholds. Now, let me just say this, because I ain't no damn lawyer. I just know common sense. But I did listen to the lead attorney. Shout out to the lead attorney. And he spoke on this. And one thing he said that made sense. He said that it's hard to prove defamation if you're a public figure. So for me, it'll be hard for me to have somebody come in my chat, and it'll be hard for me to prove that they defame me, because I kind of opened myself up for it when I decided to come on the internet and become a public figure. Now, I'm not no celebrity at all. However, but I am a figure. There are people here, right? But if you're a private person or not a public figure, according to what the lead said, I didn't say it, Lee said you have a higher chance of winning that case, because now you basically, you removed her obscurity. You made her known to a group of people that would have never known her if you didn't do what you did. So according to the lead attorney and his theory, he's saying that she does absolutely have a case. And it doesn't hurt, like I said when I was watching the video, that he brought out the fact that that lady is a very, very, very intelligent woman. Very intelligent woman. So my thing is this. I know what's going on. It's bigger than this lady. It's bigger than this concert. They are taking everything from Shannon Sharpe. He gonna walk out the same way he walked in, because they really want to hang you, boy. That's what they really want to do. They really want to get a good old noose, old school noose, and hang it up in the tree, and they really want to have you swinging with your drawers down. That's what they want to do you, but they can't. They can't. So they're gonna hang you in another way. They gonna take everything from Shannon. Shannon is done. You're done. I told you the jacket going. The Hall of Fame jacket, hold your breath, is going. It's coming, okay? They're gonna take everything from him. Ocho, my bad, bro. You catching the stray. I don't think if Shannon had did this with that Lily White girl, I don't think y'all would be going through a lawsuit right now. I don't believe if Shannon had not had that situation with that Lily White girl, this black woman, even in the same situation, I don't believe this black woman will be suing you now. I believe in the bigger agenda. Now, I don't believe in it, but I believe there is a bigger agenda. And I believe, you get it, that they are systematically doing what they are doing. And I believe that this woman is somebody that they are using to take you down. Shannon, because they really want to hang you, boy. You from Georgia, you know. They really want to hang you, boy. You know where you from. You done went missing. Where you from? In Georgia? Man, in Georgia? You wouldn't have seen high low of Shannon. Shannon would have literally went missing. Yeah, don't let Atlanta fool you. Don't let Atlanta is one place in Georgia. Do not let Atlanta fool you. Round there by Savannah, he'd have came up missing, okay? So, but they can't do that. So now they're going to take everything from him. They're going to nitpick till he's done. They're going to pick on him until there's nothing left. It's a wrap. And I'm hearing that he's even in talks behind the scenes to settle the case. Now, how much money did this nigga have? Because if ESPN fired him, whatever else he had coming up is done. Your reputation is soiled in the industry. You broke back a Lily White girl. You are done. Because you want to go Brokeback Mountain on a Lily White girl. It's sad to see. But you know what? It had to happen. It's sad to see, but it has to happen. So now they talking about settling with this lady. I don't know how much money he got. Ocho, if I was you and you want to continue to doing what you do, I get it. That's on. But you better do like them niggas did around Diddy and get ghosts. Because Ocho, you gonna continue to catch strays on the pod with that nigga. I'm gonna be honest. And the only reason I'm saying this because I'm all for Black American unity, but I feel like when we leave the community and go dibbling and dabbling with them folks, sometimes we gotta let them folks discipline them. Because you went over there to dibble and dabble with them. We can't fight them folks on your behalf if you willingly going over there to dibble and dabble. Now they got rules, they got sets of expectations, and under their guise, you got to follow said rules and expectations. If they got to spank you and tap your hand, sometimes it just has to be done. And with the Shannon Sharpe situation, it has to be done. So I'm not going to sit up here, but he's still a Black American. We should no. I told y'all everybody ain't going to make it. So they're going to take every single thing from him. And to this sister, you are right. They know you, girl. You look like Marlo. I thought you was Marlo Hampton, girl. You should have said that wasn't me. It was AI. You feel what I'm saying? But either way, Marlo, get your money, sis. Get your money. If they, I'd rather you have it than some more clear people. I'd rather the sister get it than some more clear people. The clear people got enough. Can a nigga get something? Shit, it's like if a store get broken into, how you mad at me? Because after the robbers left, the door was open and I just decided to go see if something was laying on the ground. Shit, how you mad at me? They done already got robbed. They done already robbed Shannon. What I'm saying is, he's vulnerable right now. He knocked out. It ain't my fault if I check his pockets. I'm just trying to see if he got something on him. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to see if he got a little something on him. That's all. You can't get mad at me. Y'all wasn't mad at Smokey when he checked Debo pockets after he got knocked out. Y'all was clapping in the theater when he did that. Now I want to check Shannon pockets, and now it's a problem. Girl, bye. Yeah, let's move on. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Yeah, he's already dead. He's already dead. This is not funny. This is not funny. I'm not even making fun of that. I'm really not. Anyways, let's move on. Let's get into this Trump thing, y'all. This is very important. This is very important news that we need to discuss. Now, the Neighborhood Talk had posted this caption or this thing right here, right? And I'm going to show y'all. And I want you to pay attention to packaging and advertising. The reason you go to your favorite restaurants is because you've seen a photo of your favorite dish and it looked amazing, right? The reason you have your favorite dishes is because you've seen a photo on some sort of advertisement. So that means advertisement can shape the way that you view things, right? So now, why is this important? Trump signs this new bill for colleges saying that they can't recruit in minorities anymore, right? Because basically what you guys don't know, Black America, is under your nose, all of your college scholarships, all of the civil rights things that our ancestors fought for us to have through HBCUs because we built them. But all those things that our ancestors fought for us to have, we were giving away to immigrants. Now, while our children can hardly afford to eat or eat outside of the 3 meal cards they have a day, while our children are struggling getting financial aid, 60 to 70% of HBCU students are getting doggone student loans. Don't quote me on that. Basically 90% of the base at HBCUs receive some sort of funding, but they need it. It's not like grants. Everybody get the Pell Grant, obviously, but a lot of us have to take out loans. But what they were doing was taking all the set asides for HBCUs. Now, remember, when this was happening, when they were creating these bills and all this, or creating this stuff, the immigrants weren't even here all the way yet. So all these things they were creating was for us. It wasn't for everybody. It was for us. But under DEI and affirmative action, everything that we fought for, they've been given away to the immigrant, right? So under DEI, they have been giving away all type of scholarships, all type of money, and we're going to get into it, to all these immigrants while our kids suffer. I owe 40,000. Jordan say I still owe 20. I owe 40. I owe 40. And when I show you how these immigrants are not only coming in and getting free scholarships, they are coming in and get free school, free room and board, free meals, books, a stipend for other stuff. And if they want to go to another school after they go to that school, guess what they also get? Free everything, like I just said, free apartments, free, zero. You don't have to pay nothing. You just have to sign up and say, I'm an immigrant. All these things were fought during the civil rights movement for you. That was fought for Black Americas, foundational Black Americas. Most of these foreigners were not even here. But what you don't know is under DEI, what they were doing was saying that these people were quote unquote immigrants and giving them all your set aside. Everything that our ancestors fought for, we've been giving it away to the immigrants. So a lot of you guys have been seeing an influx of white people and an influx of immigrants in HBCUs. Put a 1 in the chat if you've noticed when you watch bands, when you see the football teams, when you see them just on TikTok, you start even in the Greek fraternities, all that stuff. Everywhere you turn around at an HBCU, you're starting to see more clear people and you're starting to see way more immigrants. Do you know why? Because they coming for free. They're using your ancestors' blood, sweat, and tears and their money, and they coming to your school for free. See, you think they coming because they like you. You think they coming because they just really want to be around the niggas. You think that these folks love you niggas so much that they will forfeit their opportunities to go to one of these PWIs, predominantly white institutes, and go on down where the dorm rooms is 100 years old, mold and everything in the building. You think they just want to be around your duck ass? No. They make a lot of money to come sit amongst you, nigga. Your money. You pay them to come to your school. Or at least your ancestors paid for them to come to your school. And this is all colleges across America, okay? Now, this is happening in the PWIs as well, but I'm talking about HBCUs, okay? All that stuff that was going on. Y'all remember the Asians who got mad because they said they wasn't getting selected to go into Harvard, and then they made this big old funk about it. All those set-asides that were set aside for you under the guise of you being hypnotized and ignorant, that means you don't know. You've been fighting for DEI, and everything that they fought for have been given to these immigrants. So now when Trump passed this bill that says, hey, you can't do that no more. You can't specifically target and go after and fund all these immigrants. That is a huge win for Black America. It directly affects Black America because we are still going into the colleges in droves. I know I just graduated a college girl this year. I just graduated one. And if she didn't have a sports scholarship, I know I would be in debt for Parent Plus loans and all types of stuff. And I got my own student loans to deal with. So while my daughter and others like her have to get it how they live and go to college poor and can't afford to eat and can't afford to stay because they got to take out another student loan, your immigrant friend who in the dance team with you, who in the band with you, who you think is your partner is really stealing the money. Not really stealing it because you giving it away. As a matter of fact, you forcing them to take it. They literally coming to school off the dime of your ancestors. You gave it away. Okay, they had you fooled under DEI. They made you think, because see, they told you was a minority. They beat that in your brain. So now when they say this for minority, that for minority, you automatically, subconsciously associate you with it. But you don't have nothing to do with the minority. As a matter of fact, you, Black America, don't have nothing to do with any of this. None of this was set up for you. It was all actually set up to be taken away from you. Okay? So while, like I say, These HBCUs coming multicultural, these doggone PWIs with all these different folks. And this is the gag, Black America. Let me tell you another thing too, because this is what you don't know. Do you know as a Black American, you are considered a minority at a PWI? Get me up here. Just like the white person, the clear person is considered a minority at a HBCU, Black America. I'm just trying to give you the cheat code. You are a minority at a PWI. That is a predominantly white institute. There are set-asides for you. You just got to go look it up, okay? Now back to what I was saying. But I'm trying to give you the game. Because they got loopholes now. They got loopholes. They got loopholes. You just got to know them. Yeah, all these years, these niggas been going to these PWIs and didn't even know you was a minority. There are set-asides for you. Okay? Now, well, back to where I was going. He passed a bill and the Neighborhood Talk posted as if it was a bad thing. But remember, the Neighborhood Talk is ran by who? Tethers. So it is a bad thing because it literally takes the scholarships, the free room and board, the free food, the free books, all out of their pockets. So let's see what the Neighborhood Talk had to say. And then we're going to pull up some receipts. It says, y'all surprised? Trump admin says it's now illegal for colleges to recruit in majority minority areas. Can't even seek out top performing students from underfunded schools. Now, first of all, that's not what they were doing. I went to an underfunded school. I ain't never seen no colleges pull up over there. Who graduated from an underfunded high school? I have never, unless it was an athlete, I have never seen colleges pull up at any inner city underfunded school, well, at least in New Orleans. I can't claim on nobody else. I'm from New Orleans. I don't know. But they gonna try to make it seem like that's what they were doing. I'm Black and I've been in America 42 years. I've never seen colleges actively recruit at underfunded Black schools. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. But this is the headline. Watch the hijack. Watch the hijack. Right. Unless it's an athlete, colleges do not recruit at underfunded Black schools because urban means Black. Okay? Not by and large. So now the Neighborhood Talk is going to put it to you because they want you to think DEI is great because it works in their favor. They're going to put it to you like this is a bad thing. Let's get into what it says. The Trump administration is cracking down even harder on DEI. Attorney General Pamela Bondi just issued a new memo declaring that colleges can no longer use race or anything close to race in their admissions or recruitment strategy. Because remember, this is how they was getting them in. If they implemented DEI and said we're going to prioritize them, then what would they do and prioritize what made them a minority? So if they were Black, but they were African, boom, you can come in through DEI. If they were Black, but they were Nigerian or Jamaican, boom, you could come in through DEI and come get all these set-asides. Okay? It goes on to say, the Department of Justice says these tactics are now considered discriminatory and could cost schools their federal funding. They even called out things like requiring job applications to show cultural competence or lived experience. Now, that's big. Look at how this directly affects you, Black America. The Department of Justice says tactics are now considered discriminatory and could cost schools their federal funding. He says they even called out things like requiring job applicants to show cultural competence or lived experience. Now, you think if you filling out a job application and they ask you for cultural competence, first of all, most Black Americans won't even know exactly what they mean. But I'm going to tell you what they mean. They want to show that you are different because remember, this is all under DEI. If you just a white American or just a Black American, you don't qualify. So those are things that they were using to bring all these immigrants in to give away your money, Black America. This is what you worked and died for, okay? It's what your ancestors worked and sweat and protested for, okay? Now, it goes on to say colleges that try to keep diversity alive after the Supreme Court killed affirmative action in 2023 are officially on notice. Even programs like Top 10% plans or TRIO are under scrutiny now. Critics are calling it government overreach and says it's an attack on academic freedom, but DOJ isn't backing down. They're investigating schools and warning that anything that looks like it censors race could be a problem. Long story short, DEI is in danger and the feds are watching closely. Now, this is what the neighborhood talk. DEI is in danger. DEI is in danger. And look at the people. Black people who voted for are here for us. Are you okay? Black Americans don't get shit from DEI. We ain't never got nothing from DEI. So I never understood the obsession from Black America with DEI. DEI mean everybody but a nigga. I know those letters don't go together, but you know what I mean? Everyone receives something under DEI except Black America. By and large, we receive the least under DEI. Okay? Because just being a Black American is not cultural enough. So when they looking at race, they're not just looking for your skin tone. See, they made you think that skin color mean we all the same. They know the difference. They not just looking at race. Oh, you Black, but you from Antigua? Oh yeah, come on, we got to set aside for you. You Black, but you from Texas? Go to the financial aid office to the left. Go over to the financial aid office. But I already went over there. Well, go over there to the student loan office. That's what Black America gets. We got nothing. All those resources that has been given away in these past years, y'all should be mad about this. And when Trump signed this bill saying that you can no longer do that, that cuts a huge chunk into DEI because they were getting kickbacks. And not only that, they were basically being promoted to accept all these cultural different people into these schools. But what Trump is saying is federally, we're not sending y'all no more money if y'all continue with this bull. If they get in college because they deserve to be there, fine. But what we're not going to do is have a whole bunch of people coming into these colleges under DEI. I am a tax-paying American citizen. I owe $40,000 in student loans. How in the hell are immigrants coming into this country and not only getting free school, but they getting free post-secondary school? They getting free room and board. They setting them up crazy. Your reparations are going out the window, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You have been giving away your own reparations under the guise of DEI. I want to show you something. Y'all like the video, please? I want to show you guys something because I went and found this. I want to show this one too. Hold on. Let me pull this one. I want to show some receipts so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. I want to pull these receipts right quick. All right. We can go to this one first. Let me get some water. All right. Sorry, y'all. Now, this is from the National Center for Education Statistics, right? Now, this is a company that keeps up with the statistics of schools, of colleges, right? So basically, how many people are going in versus how many graduating, things like that, all right? And according to this, is 2 paragraphs I want to show y'all, or at least I want to bring up. I want to highlight. Mind you, HBCUs were created for us and by us, allegedly, okay? It says, Black enrollment at HBCU fluctuated between 1976 and 2022, with a peak of 2020. With a peak in 2010, 266,000 students. Meanwhile, the total number of Black students enrolled in all degree granting post-secondary institutions, that means to go get your master's, including HBCUs and non-HBCUs, was more than twice as high in 2022 as in 1976. Now, what's happening around this time? A lot of immigrants coming in, civil rights done passed. Civil rights done passed. So now the numbers are fluctuating because you got immigrants coming in. Matter of fact, it was on TV. Y'all remember on Good Times when eBay came? Wasn't he a foreign exchange student at the college with Thelma? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember eBay from Good Times. See, they was walking through the door getting your reparations. And they put them on Good Times so you could laugh and think that this your brother. On Good Times, eBay was an exchange foreign exchange student from Nigeria on good times. Yup, gap tooth and all, Simeon. Gap tooth and all. And he had him sitting on the floor eating fufu. Poor Florida almost didn't make it off the floor. Okay? So the numbers are fluctuating because the number of Black immigrants coming in are fluctuating as well, or immigrants, period. The number of immigrants are fluctuating as well. So when you see the numbers going, you're going to start to see them either leveling up or either start declining or inclining, because now, even though more foreigners are coming in, more people are getting settled, okay? Now, so right after the Civil Rights Movement, it's an influx of Black immigrants and immigrants, period, coming into America. Now, I want to share this with you right quick. It says, hold on, because we don't need to know about how many degrees was got. It says the total revenue for HBCUs in 2021/22 was $10.7 billion, with $1.9 billion from student tuition and fees. Total expenditures were $9.9 billion, of which $2.3 billion was spent on instruction. Okay, so let me go on. It says 90% of all undergraduate students at HBCUs received some type of financial aid. In 2019 to 2020, specifically 83% received grants. That's the free money. That means 83% of the Black kids that went to school to an HBCU, 83% of them got Pell Grants. 65% took out student loans. That means out of 10 kids, 6.5 kids took out a student loan. That means disproportionately, Black Americans cannot afford to go to college. Well, Americans can, but disproportionately in HBCUs, because we typically go there first, most of us have to take out a student loan. 6 out of 10 students are taking out student loans. It goes on to say 4% receive work-study awards, 2% receive federal veteran education benefits, and 18% had parents who took out federal direct plus loans. These are the parent plus loans. So now the way it works is, if you can't afford to get the loan on your own, they make your mama and your daddy sign for it. Okay? Now, these are the numbers for Black America. I'm telling you now, because these are the HBCUs. So we got 83% getting grants and 65% getting student loans, right? While these people coming in getting all this stuff for free. Among undergraduates at HBCUs who received any financial aid in 2019 and 2020, the average total amount received was $17,300. So that means on average, okay, they're saying annually, that means between 2 semesters, annually, these kids are getting, on average, about $17,000 a piece. That's way less than what it costs for the government to pay for the immigrants to have room and board. So look at the play. Understand what I'm trying to tell you. So while our kids 83% of our kids have to fill out for financial aid, and 65% of our kids have to get student loans, and then another 20-something% or whatever percentage of our parents had to take out student loans. But these immigrants are walking right through the door on the DEI and getting free school, free room and board, free books, free everything. Everything. All sorts of grants. And here we are fighting for DEI, still applying for our student loans. That's why not all of us, a lot of us sitting around here talking about how much we owe in student loans. Guess what? They come out economically way better off than you because they don't have no debt. Graduating from college with a college degree and no debt is like the biggest economic stimulus package you can have as a young adult. Our kids, unfortunately, aren't blessed to see those things unless they play a sport. Unless they play a sport, our kids will probably never get to know what that feels like. But they walking in under DEI and getting free room and board, free school, free books. I'm not talking about just the first 4 years. Oh, you want to go get a master's? We got you. Oh, you want to go get a PhD? We got you. And then they come over here and they have they regular ass kids and they say, my family work hard. You Black Americans, you just a man because your dogs don't work hard. My family work hard. No, they didn't work hard, because if your ass worked hard, you'd have been working hard where you come from. You would have achieved these things over there. You didn't work hard. The gig is up. The eyes are open. We see it. We know it now. I'm going to spread it. I'm going to spill the tea. All our money been going to them immigrants. So when Trump pulled up this whole, oh yeah, cut it out, Black America, shut your ass up. Shut it up. Because I'm pretty positive, I haven't looked it up, we are disproportionately affected negatively by student loans. So I don't care what the neighborhood talk say. I don't care what the shade room say. I don't even care what the people on Twitter say talking about we need to save DEI. DEI was the worst thing that ever happened to Black America. We get nothing. And they've convinced us to fight each other to give it away to everybody except us. Do you feel stupid now? Because I know when I started finding out stuff, everything I kept uncovering, I felt dumber and dumber and dumber. And because I'm like, how? Trump signing this bill opens up a lot of money. Because let me tell you something about these schools. They need that federal funding. They're not about to cut that federal funding to play with no DEI, not by and large. So what they're going to do is play ball. They're going to have to cut DEI. And guess what happens, Black America? Guess what happens, Black America? That opens up how much money for you? How many grants for you? All that free room and board that was given to them immigrants, your ass need to be down there talking about, we need that. Let me get that. I got to have that. Because once they kick out that DEI shit, the money is in the building. You just got to go get it. Remember when Dollar came up there and he said, we got the money. Yeah, we got the money. And he hit the thing and she said, oh, girl, there's money downstairs, girl. Y'all come on. I'm trying to tell y'all, girl, Trump done signed the bill. It's money downstairs, girl. It's money downstairs. You don't understand what's happening because nobody is talking to y'all about this stuff. None of your celebrities gonna talk to y'all about this stuff. A lot of content, shout out to the content creators who do talk about this stuff. But most of the time we on YouTube, Joce, and I get it. But you gotta understand what's happening right up under your nose. These folks been lying to you, telling you they done came here and worked hard. We done seen how they done got to set aside after with the election. They gave them free housing. They done closed down our schools to make shelters for them. They was living in high-end hotels downtown Manhattan. That was our first eye-opener that something in the milk ain't clean. Then we found out, remember we found this? Let's put it all in perspective. Then we found this. Where is it? And I told y'all I'd never erase it. Then we found, I hope I didn't erase it. Where is it? I hope I didn't erase it. I might have erased it. But then we found that receipt where that lady left her EBT receipt in the doggone store. And basically the EBT receipt said that she was getting $5,000 a month in cash and $20,000 a month in food stamps, my nigga. I can't even get food stamps. This one immigrant went to a store and left her receipt at the store. And this brother came up behind that immigrant and read her receipt. And they showed her remaining balance. This is how we found out how much they was giving these people. $20,000 in food stamps to the one lady. $20,000 every 30 days. I can't even get no stamps. $20,000 in food stamps every 30 days. And they was giving up $5,000 in cash a month. We done uncovered that. We also uncovered, remember the lady who cried about selling her food truck? She said, a black lady. She had worked hard, long and hard. She said she got denied for loans at banks. Remember her? She was denied belongs at bank, and some Mexican came up to her who couldn't even speak English, but yet and still called his representative on the phone who said they can guarantee her $70,000 cash. Y'all remember that? Had the lady on TikTok crying because she like, how the hell this immigrant come over here and the government about to give this man $70,000 in cash. And I got denied a small business loan to start my truck. That lady said it took her years to save up her own money to buy her own truck. And here come this immigrant who can't even say hola correctly, bitch. And he got $70,000 guaranteed in cash. So we uncovered that. Remember? We uncovered the housing. Remember in California? They was trying to build the houses and make them have and make sure that they can have what was it? 0 to low down payments for housing. Y'all remember that? Remember that these all the things that they have been getting, we have been uncovering. Now we're dealing with schools. All those people who coming out with these PhDs, these Africans with these coats, these Africans with all these degrees, talking about they just work hard and they smarter. No, baby. The government under DEI and affirmative action have been paying for every single thing they need in college, while our Black American students are disproportionately affected by Pell Grants, student loans, and we typically leave out of college with bad credit because we owe these white folks these student loans. Do you understand what's going on now? You got to start looking past the headline. Because if you were to listen from the perspective of the neighborhood talk, you would think Trump getting rid of DEI and slashing funding DEI in schools was the worst thing that could ever happen to Black America. As a matter of fact, unfortunately, most of us think that it is the worst thing that could have ever happened to Black America. But what you're not understanding is therein lies the witchcraft. Therein lies the hypnosis. There, right there. They make you believe something opposite of what really is. And you believe it so religiously that you'll fight for it. So they got my people fighting for DEI. And I know my people don't get nothing from DEI. They use you to be the advertisement. That's it. But you don't get nothing. Okay? You have to start paying attention. Okay? One more thing I wanted to share with y'all that came on my head. This came on my head. Like I told you, I'm coming through to pass a message. You got to get these immigrants out of office in y'all states, in y'all cities, especially the Black ones. Okay? There's a lot of Black people in these cities that are mayors, and they got these American names, and you think they are for your benefit. You think that they are one of you. They are actually anti-you. Anybody who will change their name should never be trusted. Let me say that again. Any person who would change their identity and their name should never be trusted. Jackson, Mississippi at one point had a dude that was an African, didn't like it. A whole bunch of cities got Black immigrants in there, and y'all wondering why the reparation bill getting shut down. Y'all wondering why this, y'all wondering why that. You wondering why? Because these Black face people who you think is you is not you. They got to get up out of here. We can't go to Jamaica and run for office. We can't go to Nigeria and run for office. We can't go to South Africa and run for office. They got to get up out of there. And not just the Black ones, the Indians, the Asians, they got to get up out of there. They got to get up out. Y'all got to start paying attention and start voting. See, that federal shit, that's a bunch of theatrical shit. But that shit down at your local and state government, your ass need to be boots to the ground. Your ass need to be boots to the ground. Because that's where you're getting screwed the most. This federal shit, that's for TV. You getting screwed the most on your local level. Trump signing this bill directly affects Black America in a positive way. It will release all those funds that they were giving to those immigrants. Now you, Black America, have to go down to the schoolhouse and ask them, well, what y'all about to do with that money? Because we need that. Yeah, y'all want to be HBCUs. Y'all want to say y'all here for the Black people. Y'all want to tell us about 1909 when you built the first brick. Y'all want to do that. Let's put the HBCU to the test. Go down to the school, because he done signed the bill. Ask the schoolhouse what they about to do with all that money, because we need that. We got to have that. And watch how they look you dead in your face and act like they ain't gonna have nothing to do with it, and they ain't gonna, because they would rather burn it than give it to you. Yes, the same Black people that go down to your schoolhouse, the same Black people at the HBCU stomping, talking about ski weed, and they graduated in 96. Yes, they don't even want to see you to do good. I told you it's gonna be some of us too. It's gonna be some of us too. They don't even want to see you do well. The game is rigged, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The game is rigged. All y'all trying to play in these games, I just be letting y'all, and I help y'all along the way, but I understand all this game is rigged. Even the people down at the HBC, I bet you if Black America decided to pick up a big fuss about what they about to do with all that money, I bet you HBCUs will look y'all dead in the face and tell y'all, kiss my ass. And them supposed to be the niggas, huh? You get it? Don't let this shit fool. Don't let them fool you. Oh, nah. Yeah. All them Africans coming in, all them Asians coming in, all them immigrants coming in, talking about they work hard and Black Americans lazy. Oh, but when that check come from up under you, and them funding coming from up under you, we about to see. We about to see. Because see, we doing it against all odds. Y'all doing it with all help. We do it against all odds, and y'all do it with all hands on deck. Now let's see. Now let's see. Y'all better start, see how y'all be questioning these people on the internet? Start questioning them people in your offices at your local politics, your local politicians. All them Kim Smiths, their real name is Mabatunde Shomalagabashaba. That's their real name. They just said Kim Smith on the name tag for you. But her real name is Mama. That's the real name. And anybody who changed their name, bitch, you might be a spy. I don't know, bitch, I'm scared. I'm scared of you. I don't trust people who change their name. Because what you changing your name for? Why you got to change your, you got to be in some shit to change your name, huh? Let's move on. Now it's day one of the boycott, y'all. Because this is a perfect segment. And let me say this before we move into this segment. Every movement was fought and utilized by children. Every movement in history have been fought and utilized by children. The government takes a hold of our children and use them for every single movement that we have. If you pay attention to civil rights movement photos and videos, those were children being hit with the water hoses. Those were children being ate by the dogs. Those were children being arrested. Those were babies. 12, 13, 14, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Those were babies. So I'm saying, if they able to get success through the children, what if we started to target our children, but target them in a more positive way that's anti whatever the system is doing? What if we decided to target our own children and started targeting them in the way in which they need, like discussing oral history in the family, discussing identity, discussing financial literacy. We can literally switch this around, because remember, the reason why we so jacked up now is because of the children as a culture. It was really because of the parents, but the children are jacked up now. They the ones out there shooting each other up, them teenagers. They the ones out there doing that. It's the kids. Remember? Think about it. Think about it. It's the kids out there. Right now, it's the kids out there fucked up. What would happen if you divert that energy into something positive? Talk to the kids, even if they don't want to hear it. Because I know it's a lot of things my parents said or adults said to me when I was a kid, and I was like, ugh. But now that I'm grown, I be revisiting that shit like, oh, God, okay, that's what they meant. You see what I'm saying? You never know. Talk to the children. I'm just saying, they talking to your kids. Why not you? Why you can't talk to them? If they could talk to your kids, I feel like you could talk to your kids. You should be your first educator of your kids anyway. Okay? Now, this boycott is day one of the boycott, and we've got some mixed reviews so far on TikTok, but I understand, first of all, let's start here first. I understand with these social media sites, you got to understand that they can be biased. Because typically certain groups of people gather around certain activities. Okay. However, TikTok is a big platform. So that means that a lot of different views can be shared. Now it's day one of the boycott. And it's a few people that had a few things to say about it or whatever. FBA have had some things that some FBA don't like it. Some of them are saying, no, we shouldn't be boycotting. They're black. Yes, we have that. We got the Sambos. And let me say this too. Some of them we are going to have to be patient with, because a lot of people are waking up. And I have to learn to exercise my patience with people as well. So everybody's not going to be on the same page at the same time. Girl, what the hell? I feel like my bad. My hair all over the head. Anyway, everybody's not going to be on the same page at the same time. Okay. So we got to be patient. So please, please, please be patient. But anyway, where was I going? Oh, TikTok. So we got some mixed reviews on the situation. Some people feel away, some people don't. Let me pull this lady up. And I want to go over some of these reviews. Now, some people from FBA, like I said, some of them are indoctrinated to believe that Africa comes before us here in America. So you'll get a lot of pushback from some FBA people, and we have to be patient with them, like I said. And then there's other people who are all on board. And then there's people who are not like starch Pan-Africanists, but they still are under the ideology that we are all the same. Now, remember this. When we were told that we were all one big Negro, when that indoctrination started in the 60s, started in the 60s, it lasted all the way up until now. So a lot of people ritualistically or religiously are attached to Pan-Africanism. Okay. Unfortunately, a lot of them won't stray away from it because it's all they know. It's kind of like the Garveyism or the Garveyites. The Marcus Garveyites. So Garvey had a following, right? Marcus Garvey. Y'all know Meatball. Get Meatball up here. Let's get Meat up here. Meat. Where you at, Meat? There you go. Get Meat up here. Y'all remember Meat? So Meat, Marcus Garvey, Meatball, he had a following as well. They called his following Garveyites. Okay? One of Garveyites were Malcolm X's father and his parents. They were two Garveyites, right? Now I'm hearing Malcolm's mother was Caribbean, or at least part Caribbean or something like that. So that would make sense why they would follow Marcus Garvey. But either way, he had a following. In his following, he had the Back to Africa movement. He wanted all these folks to go back to Africa, but he had his following and people followed him, right? So when you have a following, where my tab at? Oh, my bad. Yeah. So when you have a following as it pertains to to being a leader, you have people who are going to continue with the ideology. So people like Malcolm X, if you hear his old speeches, he speaks like a Pan-Africanist, right? And it's because he was raised under Garveyite or Garveyism or whatever. He was raised under the ideology of Marcus Garvey. So in his earlier teachings, you'll hear stuff like we need to be connecting to Africa and blah, 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 because they all believe that all Black people came from Africa and all Black people need to go back. Okay, now this is the problem. This is the problem. Most Black people in America wasn't feeling that. Just like today. Just like today, they got people going to Ghana. Most Black Americans like, girl, if you don't get the hell out of my face, it was the same way when they did it the first 2 to 3 times. Okay? Even though they have a following, it is a very small, minute number of those following. However, those people religiously follow that doctrine from Marcus Garvey. Okay? And it's the same way with FBA. It's the same way with Pan-Africanism. Those people who were indoctrinated under that umbrella is typically people who went to high school or school in the 70s. Because remember what the event that really sealed the icing on the cake for Pan-Africanism and the whole Get Out of Africa thing was Roots. Our parents went to school and watched the movie Roots, and they saw Kunta Kinte, and they saw Kissy, and they saw Kunta get his foot cut off. So that put a visual to what they were already just now learning. Okay? And it stuck with them. They religiously follow Pan-Africanism. Some people are just like that, but we do have to be patient for the ones who waking up. But I found on TikTok, I got a mixed reviews from some FBA, some FBA in on it. They ready to go. Some ready to go. Some like, nah, we need to stick to Pan-Africanism because at the end of the day, we all come from Africa and we all Black. That's the ideology. Okay. And then I got some foreigners on here I want to show y'all too. So y'all get the likes up. Let me get to TikTok and let y'all see some of these responses. Now, this sister was cooking here. I don't think I finished her video, though. Let's get into what this sister had to say. I ain't going to do the whole 7 minutes.
God has been truly testing my patience and my faith. Today was like one of the worst.
I'm sorry. This girl is talking about her experience at the African braiding shop. I don't want to do her. But because we already know they have bad experiences. Let me see. I think this guy.
Do you understand that?
Oh, no. I don't want to show y'all that. Sorry. Let me just search it. Let me see. Y'all get the likes up on the video. So I saw a few videos. Let's get this dude up here.
What's happening, Trap? So, in light of the...
That music, YouTube be buku sensitive. Hold on. YouTube be buku sensitive.
So today is August 1st, 2025. And today is a historical day because for the first time in American history,
listen to him.
Black people are boycotting the businesses of Black people. Oh, yes, you heard what I said. For the first time in American history, or for the first time in the history of Black people, there is a new group of people called the Foundational Black Americans.
That was a hard one, huh?
These are Black people who claim they are the
That was a real hard one for you, brother. Slow down. Slow down.
Native Americans, or they are the Indians, because the Native Americans we know are the Indians, and they are the Indians now. So these people say they have no connection to Africa. This is their homeland originally. They were the first here on American soil. They had nothing to do with the transatlantic slave trade that happened from Africa to West Africa to, the shores of the Caribbean and the United States. So these foundational Black people, the FBA group, have convinced other Black Americans to boycott the businesses or everything African. So basically, if you are an African on the continent of Africa, the foundational black people are boycotting you guys. They're boycotting your country and your continent.
Now
The foundational black people.
this is dangerous, and let me tell you why. I think I don't know where he's from, but he ain't no nigga. I don't think so. But let me tell you why this is dangerous. Y'all saw that lady when we said we was boycotting. Y'all remember her response was tell the doctors not to treat us. I told y'all they have that sort of fight war mentality because that's all they do. Tribalism. You know what I'm saying? Now, this dude getting on TikTok telling all the people in Africa, that's why Black America, get your ass up out them people shit. Black America. Get your ass out them people stuff. Cause see, he about to set y'all up. He about to set y'all up. Cause this nigga just got on here and said, oh, to the Africans in Africa, since the FBAs in America want to boycott over here, just FYI, they boycotting over here. So he's sending a dog whistle to have the Africans to really mistreat the Black Americans. That's why I'm telling y'all, carry your ass home. You best that you wanna live the dream. I get it. You could buy some land, whatever, but carry your ass home because you're gonna get caught in a crossfire. Watch. Listen to this dude. Listen to this dude. I'm telling you, they some tribal warlike people. That's not us. We don't do this. Listen to this nigga. Look. I know the dog whistles. Look.
Boycott the businesses or the transatlantic slave trade that happened from Africa to West Africa to, the shores of the Caribbean and the United States. So these foundational black people, the FBA group, have convinced other black Americans to boycott the businesses or everything African. So basically, if you are an African on the continent of Africa, the foundational black people are boycotting you guys. They're boycotting your country and your continent. The foundational black people are boycotting every business and everything African on August 1st.
So what you suggest?
2025. So I don't know if this boycott is going to be forever or if it's just a few days, or they haven't really specified what this boycott entails. But all we've heard is emotional outbursts and temper tantrums about their displeasure with, Africans. So
let's really be clear what we're listening to. He's sending out the dog whistle to the Africans for all the Black Americans in Africa. He's telling them, hey, they over here cutting up. FYI. They over here talking about boycotting. Now, I don't have all the details as of yet. Right now, they just crying and whining right now. But to the Africans over in Africa, if you know some FBA in the group, and he know it's not a group, they just keep saying that, right? But if you know any FBAs over in your country in Africa, just let you know they're over here boycotting. It's a dog whistle to get those people to do something bad to the FBA people. Black America, get out them people place. Get out them people house. Black America, if you don't get out them people house, you're going to get swallowed up. Carry your ass home. You got a home. Okay, Black America, you got a home right here. Okay, there's no need for you to be going over there putting your feet to the soil in the motherland. You got a house and a home right here. You're going to get caught up in some bull crap messing with this internet stuff because these people, see, y'all got to understand the government in Africa and some parts of Africa isn't like in America. You can get away with a lot more shit in Nigeria than you can in America, or in Ghana than you can in America. You see what I'm saying? So him getting on here with this dog whistle telling all them folks who got niggas living in your lands, hey, they over here tripping, they boycotting. How I know he not sending a dog whistle to have those people harmed? How do I know he's not sending a dog whistle to Africans about Black Americans living in Africa to be harmed? How do I know that? But this is the mentality that these people have. And all we said we was going to do was close our pocketbooks. We didn't say we was going to fight them. We didn't say we was going to go to war with them. We didn't say we was going to take their money. All we said we was going to do was close the pocketbook. And they crashing out. What does that? How much power is in your purse? That's what you need to be asking yourself. Your purse a powerful mother effer. It's so powerful, you ain't even got to do it. All you got to do is say you gonna do it. And they crashing out. That's a powerful motherfucker right there. You get it? How poor are you, Black America? How poor are you? They wigging out. These niggas is losing their minds. But Black America, I'm not saying don't go buy land in Africa. Good luck. But I wouldn't recommend it. But if you decide to go buy land in Africa, fine. But see all that staying in Africa, you are on unsettled territory. That is not your home. Them people gonna fry your ass like they did them Americans that went up to Liberia. They gonna fry your ass. Carry your ass home. Come home. You don't have no reason to be in them people's house. You got your own house. It's called America, Black Americans. Oh, I get it. You saw the movies. You went to Wakanda Forever. You put the dashiki on and you had to take it off. I got it. But you gonna get caught up. The Most High said in the book that we wasn't supposed to mix. The Most High said in the book that we wasn't supposed to mix. Y'all thought it was only. Let's move on. Let me let the brother finish cooking. He ain't no brother. Let me let this fool finish cooking.
Boycotting everything African. Everything. If it's from Africa, they're boycotting it. Now, Africans are Black people. And the fundamental or the foundational Black people or FBAs are also Black people. So this is Black on Black boycott. It sounds like a circular firing squad to me. And the people who are not Black or African descent.
It sounds like a firing squad to him. That's what he said. He gaslight. He dog whistling like a mug. Look.
I'm just looking at us and saying, what a group of just unbelievable stupidity. I find it mind-boggling.
Who the fuck these people think they is where they could really talk to us like that? Like, I ain't never felt so played by a group of people. Who y'all think y'all? Y'all be talking out the side of your neck on this internet. Are y'all insane? We not your children. If anything, y'all are our children. These motherfuckers get on here and get the wagging that little finger. Y'all are just stupid. Y'all are just dumb. Throwing temper tantrum. Who the do you think you is, Fat Man Scoop? Fuck wrong with you, nigga? Because these people would never do that at the workplace. They would never do that in real life. This fool look like he ain't never had a fight. But he on TikTok dog whistling back to Africa because he feel played because we closed the pocketbook. We ain't the same. Genetically, scientifically, nothing. We ain't. The only thing we share is melanin. Talking crazy, man. I wish it, man, let me not.
So for the foundational Black Americans who travel to Africa, you guys are not going to go to Africa anymore? Or the foundational Black Americans who are business partners with Africans, you guys not going to do business together anymore? You're going to sabotage your own businesses? For the foundational Black Americans who are married to Africans, are you guys going to get divorces?
And let me say this too. I'm glad he brought that up because I'm so tired of going on these TikTok comments and these hoes under the comments talking about tell them leave our men alone. Tell them leave our men alone. Bitch, don't let Shamia and Portia fool you. By and large, we ain't running behind no Africans. Ho, have you seen our niggas? Get me up here. Hold on. Because I'm so tired. Let me set the record straight. Do not let Real Housewives of Atlanta fool you. Okay? By and large, we don't even like y'all niggas. The ones who married to y'all, because they got money or they know how to scam. We don't even like, y'all not even attracted to us. To all the women who gets up under those chats talking about tell them leave out. Don't let Shamia and Portia fool you. The niggas we got over here, we don't even need to stray away to look at these Matumbo looking ass mother. Please, your men are safe. To all the African women who think that all the American women are taking your niggas, trust and believe they are safe. We don't want them. Don't let reality TV fool you. We don't even date them by and large. So please, but on the flip side, if I can say something, to the Africans who walking around in the lace front and the nails and the talk and oh girl because yeah girl and then mad day because I'm Nigerian, I'm not even from here, I'm Nigerian, I'm not to y'all hoes, yeah you bitches, to y'all hoes who want to look like me, talk like me, act like me, walk like me, bitch. I'm looking in the mirror when I see you, and y'all hoes want to get mad at me. Well, y'all don't have no culture because I'm from here and I'm from there, and I don't see none of that on you. To you bitches, y'all hoes gonna start treading light. And to Black American women, y'all gotta start checking these people backgrounds. Everybody's all skin folk ain't kin folk. To y'all hoes, y'all get on here and take our whole identity. Y'all are literally like reptilians. If you think about it, these people are literal fucking reptilians. And I hate to use the F word. I got to calm down on that. They coming in and taking your whole identity. They taking your name. They taking your face. They taking everything. These cannot be good people for Black America. They can't. To the women who think Black America wants your men, girl, take them with you. Please, we don't want them. The only time we even think about an African is when we think about Shamia and Portia, and then we think about a bag. Other than that, girl, we don't eat the same. We don't dress the same. We don't listen to the same music. My mama would have had to beat your mama up, and I don't have to do all of that. Because my mama not going to play like that. I already know when the family come around and your mama get with that deep voice and get to getting mad and start speaking that shit, my mama gonna say what she said, and the next thing you know, they gonna be fussing and tumbling, and then I gotta jump in because that is my mama, and then it ain't gonna work out. So either way, your men are safe. We don't want them. Don't let Shamia and Portia fool you. Okay? To the African women. Nigga don't want them niggas. You crazy. Have you seen these niggas we got? Girl, please. Okay, girl. Yeah. Because Black America is just racing down to the courthouse to go get this. We just racing. Just running. Heels and boots to the ground to go get all your men. Yes, we are. Girl, if you don't go sit your... Girl, don't get me to acting crazy on this here internet, girl. Now I done had enough for him. He's sending out dog whistles, telling everybody not in Africa to watch out for the Black Americans. Because guess what, y'all? They are boycotting. Okay? Now I want to go to this other video. Hold on. Let me find it. Give me 1 second. Is that it? No, let me go up. There's another video because I wanted to check the temperature on the people to see what they were thinking and what they were saying. And like I said, some people were like, oh, I'm Black and we all African and we need to just chill and we don't need to be doing all that. And I'm like, no. Yes, we do. We don't need to just chill. We need to talk about this. Let me see, is this it? Hold on. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please. Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulty.
What's happening, Trap? So
I'm sorry, I can't do his music.
This woman single-handedly, I'm gonna show y'all something. There's a couple news stories I got to show y'all, but this woman single-handedly tore down the African community in America and in Africa. So the new tariff numbers is out, right? Look at this shit. So August 1st is here, y'all. And y'all know today starts the boycott. But what I find very interesting is today also starts the tariffs. And apparently, African nations' failure to strike a trade deal with the U.S. reflects a sobering reality. What does that mean? The United States did not strike a single trade deal with any African country before the August 1st deadline, despite frantic efforts by several officials to avoid higher tariffs. This failure to seal an agreement underscores how low on the priority list the White House places African nations, but also reflects a sobering reality. Even the continent's biggest economies are still tiny compared to America's largest trading partners like China, the European Union, or Canada.
Can I say this too? See, the reason why Africa falls at the wayside, the reason why the government ain't rushing to do no business with Africa, because they don't care. America don't give a damn about Africa. But this is what you, Black America, don't understand. Just like the poor whites who came off of the boat from Ellis Island, these poor Africans get to come into America, and status-wise, they get to be at a higher status than you. That's why a lot of them check white on their paperwork. Okay? Not just the Africans. I'm talking about a lot of these immigrants. They get a higher status than you. When they come over here. Now, they coming from poverty, they coming from peasantry, but when they get to America, status-wise, they're gonna get things that you can't get. I'm telling you why they be so big-headed like that. They're gonna get grants you can't get, loans you can't get. They you know what I'm saying? They're gonna get everything you can't get. But as far as America giving a damn about Africa, hell, America don't give no damns about Africa. So they ain't rushing to make no business moves with them. But America is the only place the African can come and feel like they have a higher status. Only here. Because as long as we're Black, we are at the very bottom of the totem pole. It's like they're at the top of the bottom. Not even the top, because I think the Asians are. But you know what I mean?
So they done hit Algeria, Libya, and South Africa with 30% tariffs. I blame the African lady that was on here talking about, you want to go to war? You want to go to war? Nigga. No, you shouldn't have said that because we already at war. You just gave us something to pay attention to. Talking about Black Americans is crazy. So now y'all got it fucked up here in America. And the tariffs is fucking y'all country up over there. So even now going back ain't even too good. Stuck in the middle.
This nigga said stuck in the middle. Not Michael Jackson. That shit caught me off guard. What he's saying is the U.S. government is not even working with Africa on these tariffs. I'm sorry. Basically, he's saying that and what they trying to offer them or what they trying to deal with them is higher numbers, higher percentage of the tariffs. So basically, he's saying our boycott that started at the grassroots, even affecting them at the top, at the government level. That's what he's laughing about. He said, so y'all can't even go back home because the tariff's too high. And that nigga said, you're stuck in the middle. I got to hear that one more time.
Gave us something to pay attention to. Talking about Black Americans is crazy. So now y'all got it fucked up here in America. And the tariffs is fucking y'all country up over there. So even now going back ain't even too good. Stuck in the middle. What the fuck? So this is a family in Lesotho.
I'm sorry.
And this is basically Trump's tariffs has just torn the economy to shreds, I guess, because they've had a surplus. So essentially, America had a huge trade deficit with a lot of African countries. Some of the tariffs are set at 15%. Some of the tariffs are set at 30%. But Trump set the tariff at 15% for any countries who we had a trade deficit with. That means we've been subsidizing Africa for a long time. And now that shit's over, here it is, August 1st. And now all comes to light. Because, I guess it's a trade war. But y'all can't win that either.
No. They don't hold
It's
the
just
card.
all bad. How about y'all just apologize to Black Americans and to America as a whole? Nah, y'all got too much pride for that. We just gonna keep watching this shit go down, 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 down. Or the tariffs is going up, motherfucker. Up, up, up. Just so y'all remember, she is the reason for all of it. Whether she is or isn't, it doesn't fucking matter. From here on out, we shall blame this lady for all the tariffs across Africa and the boycotts in America. This woman single-handedly tore down the African continent and African culture here in America and over there in Africa. Her.
That dude funny as hell. Then he said, down, 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 down. He kind of right though. Low key, when she made that video, when that lady made that video, that bit went super viral. Low key, he kind of right. Now it could be a coincidence that, you know, Trump like F y'all with the tariffs, or maybe Trump like, fuck it, we boycotting, what we doing? Wouldn't that be funny if Trump was like, yeah, I heard y'all was boycotting, so I said, fuck it on the tariffs. So I said, up the tariffs. What we doing? We boycotting? Wouldn't that be dope if we had a president like that? Imagine if Black America had a president that represented us so well to where if the people say it is, he stamped that shit. Could you imagine how globally powerful we would be as a people? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you understand how globally powerful we would be if we had a leader that could make things shake and we can go come from the grassroots and be like, hey, bro, these niggas tripping, and he could be like, say less, I got you. That's why they don't never put nobody in place that can handle or that can do anything for us. We should have learned that with Obama. We thought because we saw black face that he was going to be able to help us. He did everything to hurt us. Obama actually deleted or erased the word Negro from a lot of past bills, documents, and all types of stuff. That's paper genocide. Obama was the worst thing that ever happened to Black America. America, period. But for sure, Black America. But I'm just saying, imagine if we had a leader in the office or in power that says, say less, what we doing? What type of time we on? You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Hold on, I want to show y'all another video. Brother was cooking though. He funny as hell. That boy said he said now the tariffs is high. That boy said you can't even go back home. He said you can't stay here. He said you can't even go back home. That boy said you stuck in the middle. Shout out to that brother. He's funny as fuck. What? Let me see what this girl talking about.
Finally here. Dear fellow Africans, this is what I expected from most of you that own your own personal businesses. I expected majority of you to step out to plead Black Americans, to plead with the FBA, Foundational Black Americans, to talk to them, to ask for forgiveness in whichever way you must have wronged these people. But you choose to stay quiet. But we are out here. We are out here watching. I mean, what do you guys really think that other races are gonna be thinking about us? Okay. What do we really not think? Instead of us uniting ourselves, instead of us working together, growing stronger, having one voice, we are here tearing ourselves.
Whenever you hear the words unite, come together, anything that have to do with us being with somebody else, that means taking your money. From now on, when you listening to a podcast or you hear somebody speaking and they say, we need to unite, one thing I know is if you ask that person, what have we united on in the past? They won't be able to give you an answer. You know why? Because we have never been united. See, it's been under the illusion of us being united. We believed we were united, but the whole time we were getting robbed. But see, now the blinders are off. We see that we're being robbed, and we realize you were never with us. You just wanted us to believe that we were together, but we really were never together. See, what I didn't know was every time I turned my back as we were coming together, you were stealing out my pocketbook. I just didn't know. I was under the impression that we are all one brother and sister and we were all together. My ancestor, my mom and them, her mom and them, they thought that we was all together. But see, what had happened was when we went to Africa, we realized y'all was scamming us, stealing our lands, kicking us off the stuff, taking our money. And then when y'all came over here, we realized, holy snap, they really not for us because all they do is take from us. They don't pour nothing back in. They just take everything out. So when you hear we need to unify, when you hear we need unity, when we hear we need to be together, when you hear all those things that require us being with those folks, that literally means we need to be able to be close enough to you so we can take your money. That's it, because they've never given us anything in return. No African, period. I've never seen an African support a Black American business. Not saying it don't happen, but by and large, as a collective community, they go into their neighborhoods, they get their churches, they get their little churches, they hospitals or whatever they get, their grocery stores, and they stay put until they want to come out and have fun. When they want to come out and have big fun with the ratchet, that's when they come put their black girl shit on and they come hang out with you, soldier boy, because you didn't know that she wasn't you. Okay? So with that being said, the gig is up. Every time you hear unite, every time you hear come together, that means get close enough so I can steal your money out your pocket. Because we ain't never been united and we ain't never been together.
Yeah, on social media. Telling ourselves.
And one more thing. All the division in Africa, until the Africans can unite amongst themselves, please stop trying to unite with Black Americans. Nigeria is right now beefed out heavy AF with Ghana. Ghana want to take y'all heads off y'all shoulders. If y'all got beef with Ghana, there's absolutely no way that you can come over here and tell us that we need to be cool with you because we're all one big Negro, because that's not true. Ghana, the Ghanaian people, want y'all head off y'all shoulders. They ready to just go straight out to war and unalive all y'all. I didn't say it. That's what the man on Twitter from Ghana said. So y'all can't come over here and tell us about Pan-Africanism and tell us that we need to come together when they not even together over there. It's not genuine. It's very disingenuous. Anybody telling you that we need to unite with them when they not even united themselves, they are disingenuous. Okay? So don't come to America saying unite. Go unite amongst your people first. And don't let nobody tell you that we should unite with them if they can't unite amongst themselves. Now, this girl looked like a Black American, but the accent is so thick. Not look like it, meaning she have on the whole Black American costume.
Here on social media. Like, sometimes ego is a very bad thing. A lot of times people with high ego, I don't really like to. I mean, I kind of see them like difficult people. Customers are always right.
Mind you, the Africans that you see in America are the best of the best, right? From Africa. But when they come over here, they're not the best of the best. So I don't be understanding when they say your ego, like I think that they think of us as like pets. The way that they speak to us, the way that they speak about us, the way that they wag their finger, they treat us like we they pets or some shit, like we they dog. Like I could kick you and you still supposed to be loyal because you a dog. You know what I mean? They really believe they've deduced us down just like the clear man did and called us 3/5 of a man. They got that same ideology. You can see it in the way they deal with us. You can see it. I don't know what the ego. The Black Americans got the ego. They really believe that we really like some pets or dogs or some shit like that to these niggas. Yeah, we gonna have to fix that. We gonna have to make sure these mother effers gonna be real selective and tread light about what they say out their mouth.
Customers are always right. These people are the one patronizing your business most of this time. Businesses, most of the time. Especially those of you that have restaurants, most of you that have hair braiding, salon and all that. Black Americans are the one patronizing you guys. They are the one coming to do hair. You and I'm not gonna come to your store every month. I might come once in 6 months. I might come once in 3 months. We are all not all about. We don't focus on that.
Ooh, I caught some education in here because it's education and everything. What she was saying was the Africans need to apologize to Black Americans. She said because they come and they are your customer base. She said, but like me, I may come once a month. She said, I might come every 3 months. I might come every 6 months. She not going to sit down at the hairdresser. Why? Because that ain't her culture. You see what I'm saying? But our culture, oh, we got to get our hair done, girl. Where we going? We going, oh, girl, let me hurry up and go get my braids. That's culturally who we are. So what she's saying is, hey, y'all really need to apologize to them because if you have to depend on the Africans, we don't go get our hair done as often as they do. Culturally, that's what they do. I know my best friend, when she was overseas, this girl would go get braids in her head and like in 4 weeks, take them down and go get another set. I was like, what? Like that's how often Black women are using these salons, okay? There's education in everything. So now she's saying, hey, Africans, at this point in time, y'all should apologize because if you have to depend on the Africans, we are not as consistent as they are. This is what they do. That's why the braid shops is in the hood. And if you go on YouTube, you would think Africans monopolize Black hair, but they don't. They are learning how to do Black hair from us. All of them. Well, not all of them, but for the most part. The ones in America, they are learning how to do Black hair from us, even some in Africa. Because I watch Young, Rich, Famous and African or whatever that show was. They all look like Black Americans. Every single one of them. They use the language. They got accents, very, very thick accents. But they say stuff like haters. They say stuff like they probably over there hollering Jet 2 holiday right now. They probably in Africa right now with the accent, hey, Jet 2 holiday. Would you like to go on the Jet 2 holiday? Jet 2 holiday. Everything we do, we are the blueprint. See, we were told that they are, but it can't be because nature and reality dictates that we don't do anything. We don't follow them for anything, but they follow us for everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you figure out the value, it's going to hit different. I promise you it's going to hit different. So she's saying Africans don't go get their hair done that much. So you need to apologize to them niggas because they the ones in there every week. Fine education and everything.
It's like that. I'm going to be thinking, oh, if I send this money to somebody in Africa, we'll miss a lot. That's how me and you think. Us from motherland. But you know, Black Americans, they love to look good. They love to look beautiful. They got styles, and they like to take care of themselves. You're always going to see them in your salon.
What I just told you. See, this is all marketing. This is how they know where to put the businesses and what to do. It's called supply and demand. These Africans know everything about you. They play stupid. They've been watching you just like the white folks. Like she said, they the ones be in the hair salon every week. We don't do that. We got to send our money back home to Africa. She just said it. Then she turns around and say, they the ones going to be coming back and forth every week. So you need to make it right with them. There within lies your marketing strategy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And that is how they target you. Oh, them niggas like to look good. Oh, they do braids too. And we don't have to come up with the braids. And we can learn how to do the braids from them. Yeah, open up a store. It's like slavery all over again. You're getting pimped out for the free. And they making money hand over fist. All because you wanted some convenience, right? Because you don't want to sit down for 8 hours for your braids. You want 16 hands in your head and you want them done in 30 minutes. Convenience is going to kill a lot of my people. Let go of convenience. There's education in every single thing. You just have to find it. They know you more than you know yourself. She just said it. They the ones go get their hair done. We don't do that. We don't do that. She telling you, I need you niggas to open your eyes.
Instead of you stepping out to come and plead with them, to come and apologize, to come and tell them. But the only lady I saw on this very social media was Nadine Hair Braiding Salon. She's the only person that came that asked for forgiveness. You understand? That she's truly sorry. A lot of you are out there ranting on social media saying you don't mind, you don't care. Let's see what's going to happen today. Let's see. Today is August 1st, right? Let's see what's going to happen. You know? Anyway, it might just be a prank from the FBA, okay? It might just be a prank. Let's just hope it is a prank, all right? August 1st is finally here.
So, family, are you understanding what is happening right now? Do we understand what has been happening here? A lot of things start to come together. You start to piece a lot of puzzles together, right? When little clues start popping up and you start going, oh, that go to this or that go to that. And what I'm starting to realize is, like I had my hunch and assumption on in the beginning, it wasn't just white folks that came over here, and it wasn't just white folks that was working together to doggone colonize us. Just like today, it ain't just white folks coming over here, and it ain't just white folks over here colonizing us. It's all of them. Black America, you ain't got no allies, my love. So all that unity and all that Pan-Africanness and ain't no pan shit. You ain't got no, you literally have you have zero allies. I need you to understand that. You have zero, capital zero if you can make it. Zero allies. And when I say that, I don't mean specifically. I mean as far as culturally, like groups of people. There's not one group of people standing up saying, we got the backs of FBA. We got them. Not one. They all sang our songs, though. They all rapping. They all putting hip hop in their entertainment and commercials. But not one group of people. I don't want to hear the onesie twosies. Not one group of people stood up and said, man, I've been watching, and FBA, y'all right, bro. Them they is doing y'all dirty, and we support you. We ain't saying get in the field because we got the fighting part. We ain't even saying get in the paint. Not one group of people have come out and said, we got your back. But yet and still, when it's time for everybody else to have their shit, who the first people they go and call? Feel stupid yet? Because I know I've been felt stupid. Feel played yet? Because I know I've been felt played. And to make it worse, I felt played and couldn't talk to nobody about it because they called me a conspiracy theorist. Let me say that one more time on my Dr. Umar. Could you imagine being in my shoes, knowing all of this information during a time when nobody wanted to hear it? Could you imagine? And they all don't want to hear it because all their brains is fried on something else. And I got to respect that because I was there too. And they all disregard me because I'm the crazy conspiracy theorist, right? Y'all niggas better wake the fuck up.
Please wake up.
I don't know what else. Like, I'm gonna keep exposing it because that's why I'm here. I thought I was here to do reality TV, but apparently somehow I'm here. So I'm gonna keep exposing. I'm gonna keep giving you the information, and I need you to not only listen to the information, but I need you to each one teach one. Yeah, we going back in the old days. We talking about each one teach one. Let's start having the conversations with our family members. Let's start having the conversation with our friends. Let's start having the damn conversation. Because as long as we sitting on the internet talking about it, but it ain't relaying in real life, it don't matter. It don't matter. My assumption coming into this is I believe it wasn't just white folks. I feel it. It wasn't just white folks that came over here and colonized and enslaved us. It was everybody. Because FBA, Black America, Indigenous, Indians, copper color, melanated, Aboriginal, Hebrew, Israelite, Nation of Islam, Christians, Negroes, niggas, freedmen, whatever you niggas is today, you ain't got no allies. It's you and only you. I'm praying that you believe that and you see it. You don't have to believe it. Just pay attention. Pay attention. When they was over there fighting in the middle of the East, what they did, came over here, FBA, come help us. We sat down. They crashed out. Remember they crashed out? All with Trump with the deportation. We normally would have been front and center. We sat the fuck down. What did they do? They crashed out. We're coming into understanding our wealth. We're coming into understanding our value here. We're coming in to start understanding the value of who we are. All those years of telling us you ain't nothing but a slave from Africa, gone are the days. It's a new awakening. And like Kat said, in the last days, or not in the last days, he said, but all lives will be exposed. I didn't say it. Kat said it. Jay St. Clair, thank you for the super chat, says, Boo, happy 38th birthday to me and happy African boycott. Can I get the I'm Black song? Yes, ma'am. Happy birthday, Boo. Give me 1 second. Happy birthday. Felicia Gray, thank you for the super chat, says, it's easy to just give immigrants money for school because if not, they could just run back home and abandon the debt while getting state-of-the-art education. Oh, yeah. Because you got to keep in mind, too, they can still apply for those student loans. And who's going to make them stay to pay it? And meanwhile, we over here trying to figure out, trying to figure out how we going to pay back ours. Well, I ain't going to lie. I'm trying to figure out how I'm not going to pay back mine. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm sorry. Thank you, Felicia. Warbucks, thank you for the super chat, says, I'm a Black Honduran, and I completely agree. Shout out to the Black Honduras. Y'all know my baby daddy from Honduras, crazy ass. But shout out to the Black Honduras in the chat. Shout out to all my Black Caribbeans and Hispanic people in the Western world. Everybody all over the world. Shout out to all Black people, because we having our issues with the Africans in America, and it really needs to be stuck with that, because what we're dealing with and what we're fighting, and I need everybody to understand this, what we're fighting is our economy here on our land. It just has a face on it. And right now, the face are the Africans. Now, the face should be all the immigrants. And the boycott should be forever. It shouldn't be till August 1st. I've been told y'all get out them Asian people restaurant. They feeding y'all dead corpse, allegedly. I didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is we have to get on the same page, because if we don't, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. But they trying to divide. Let me tell you something. I heard this girl on Twitter say this the other day. And she was from Africa. She said, when it comes to places, typically nobody separates the mainland from the islands, right? So meaning, if there's a large piece of landmass and small islands that surround it or go around it or that's near it, that all that go together. That's why when they did the voyage over here to the Western world and Columbus landed over there in what it was, Haiti or somewhere, Dominican Republic, wherever, somewhere up in there, whenever they came over here, we were already trading, not just with us, obviously with Africa. No, we were already doing all of that, right? But we were one set group of people over here. Yes, we were different tribes. Yes, we were different groups from different islands, but yet and still, they looked at us all as them Americans, okay? They did. I'm just being honest. This is not the white people you see, not the racially ambiguous people you see. I'm talking about the people from these places that look like me. I'm not talking about the Mexicans that you see. Those are imposters. I'm not talking about the Puerto Ricans you see. Those are imposters. All the Hispanics you see, those are imposters. All of the Caribbeans, them the real ones for the most part. But all them Hispanics, they imposters. They not the real ones. The real ones is hidden in the corner back at the crib. Okay? But we have to be mindful, y'all. We have to be mindful. This is an economic war that we're fighting on this land. We're fighting the immigrants here because economically, they have been undermining Black America and then being disrespectful on top of it. And enough is enough. So my issue, I can't speak for nobody else. I don't have an issue with all Africans. As a matter of fact, I admire the ones who stayed. To be completely honest, I don't have any issue with all Africans, but my issue are the ones that are on this land, and not just the Africans. I'm talking about all them immigrants groups on this land that done been eating and eating and eating, that got fat and high off the hog, and I'm over here starving, looking anorexic, gone are the days, and I don't give a damn what you talk about. Okay? And as it pertains to my nails, I got my whole nail kit. I'm about to already start get back to doing my own nails. Now, they might be jacked up. Don't get on here and drag me, bitch. I'm working on it. We gonna boycott or no? Is we boycotting or no? Because I'm about to get back to doing my nails. I bought all my stuff. I got the whole setup at home. I'm about to get back to doing my nails because I'm serious. I'm dead ass. I ain't playing. I ain't playing. Just don't rip me when I get on here and they look crazy. Cosmic Sun Soul, thank you for the super chat, says them folk eating roasted chimpanzees on live run. Oh my God. Is they really? I saw this lady bathing outside on Twitter last night. I was like, oh, did I share that to my page? I don't think I shared it to my page. I hope I didn't share it to my page because I don't want to have to show this to y'all. But I seen this lady bathing outside on Twitter last night. I said, and then she was talking about why I love to bathe outside. I said, oh, said she been doing it since she was in high school. I said, oh, I felt like Nene in the moment. Oh, honey, girl, grab your shoes. Let's go find you a bathtub, honey. Oh, honey, grab your keys and your coat, girl. Let's go find you a tub, honey. Oh, that's how I felt looking at him. Oh, yeah. Cosmic, I'm just saying. So if you saying they eating roasted chimpanzee, I don't know, bro. Thank you, TD, again. OMG for another super chat. Man, you are really showing up and showing out. Thank you so much, TD, again, for making it rain.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
Thank you so much. She says, you better cook and teach the people, Vu. Thank you so much, TD. I appreciate you. Man, shout out to TD. TD been blessing the F out of me. Do you hear me? Mother Tree and Moon, thank you for the super chat, says, were slaves sent to Caribbean from Africa or U.S.? Mostly from the U.S. Some from Africa, mostly from the U.S. As a matter of fact, well, according to their data statistics, they're going to say most of the Africans went to the Caribbean. They're going to say only a very small percentage went to the United States. And I want to say it's like 5 or 6%. Don't get me to lying. But they're going to say the large number, bulk of the Africans came to the Caribbean. And let me tell you how you know that's a lie. Because that would imply that nobody was there when they got there. You mean to tell me millions of people came and you put 90-something% of them in just the Caribbean? Why not put them up in America? That's the bigger landmass, right? Because that's a lie. But the data statistics going to tell you that 90% or 96% or 5%, whatever, of Africans went to the Caribbean. That is a lie. Caribbean people, you are who you've always been. You are on the land you've always been on. Them folks came to you. How Malcolm X said we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Y'all too. Y'all too. And some of y'all already know it. Some of y'all already know it. But if there are to be a lot of African influence or African people coming in doing genealogy, because this to the Caribbeans, y'all need to be doing y'all genealogy too. But what I'm saying is, if there is some, it should be more or less in the Caribbean than in America, because the data and statistics say that only 5% or 6%, don't get me the line, came to North America, came to the United States. The majority of them, they said, went between South America, 90-something%, South America and the Caribbean. But we know that that's a lie. That's not true. They didn't even have the type of boats to even make that happen, okay? That's a story for another day, though. I just don't have time to get into it right at the moment. Denise Jarrett, thank you so much for the super chat. Says black dollar circulating is an hour, then it's off to Africa, China, and India, and hair, food, and gas. Facts. Now, the gas, I don't know how we're going to do that one, because I don't think no black people own no gas stations. We used to, not no more. So I don't know how that's going to work. Thank you so much, Denise. Thank you, Star Tees Lawson, for the super chat. Says, if they only understand how much the Africans and Haitians hate our guts, you wouldn't even want them to put their hands in your hair. Girl, listen, don't even get me started. I talked about that the other day. The spirit, energy transfers through the crown and the sole of the feet, and having all them different folks in your head. I've been told you that if they have ill intent or ill feelings, they can transfer that into your crown. I want you to know that. Y'all just thinking about getting your hair done. No, they got to touch your scalp. They got to touch your crown. So they can transfer energy, even if it's good or bad. It can be, and that's from anybody. But what she's saying, like Star Tees is saying, makes sense. Knowing that they don't really care for you, you would really not want to let them near your crown. You know what I mean? If you knew how somebody felt about you, would you let them cook your food? Absolutely not. So if you knew how somebody felt about you, you would also wouldn't let them do your hair. So that you're absolutely right. Thank you, Star Tees. And thank you to Balance for the super chat. Says, those of us unafraid to stand today, remember, this isn't hate. It's a response to years of bad service and disrespect. Don't let them twist the narrative. Thank you so much. The Balance, thank you so much. And that is such a lovely way to go up out of here. But thank you so much for saying that, because that is exactly what we need to understand leaving out of here. Don't let nobody shame you about this. This is about change. This is about preserving Black Americans and our culture. And this is also about identity. And this is about economic freedom and rights. Okay? All right. With that being said, y'all, shout out to everybody in the building. I'm about to get up off of here. Somebody asked me to play a song for their birthday. I can't remember who you was, but I'm going to play the song anyway. I'm about to get up off of here. I love y'all down to the ground. Maybe this will motivate y'all, and I'll catch y'all Monday for the morning jokes. I might come live sometime this weekend. Love y'all. Peace.
Do your hand like this.
Yeah, gotcha. Cause I'm black, nigga the black, the nigga black, nigga the black, the nigga I'm black, nigga the black, the nigga black, the nigga black, the nigga I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown. You got to shake, they want the black, cause I'm black, nigga the black, the nigga black, I can never be white, the white. Shake, if the leg, wiggle, lift the leg, bounce, lift the leg, hustle, lift the leg, if the leg is around, let me see you put your hands up. Let me see you put your, if the leg is around, let me see you put your hands up. Put your hands up, man. Make that booty go round and round. I'm Louis Vuitton Brown. Make that booty go round and round, man, cause I'm Louis Vuitton Brown.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go! It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up! Come on, blaze up!
It's the beat for me!
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy, for your boy, hustle for your boy, fix it for your boy, drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.